football team on their bye. Meantime, the men's basketball team has started 2-0 with wins over Rider and Maine. Head coach Steve Peichel. So far, so good, but lots of improvements still needed.
Got to take some real positives. 2-0, that's what we wanted to be. I think 80 was our number we want to get to. We got to 81 last time, and we didn't quite get there. And some of that's free throws. We're leaving some points on the board, especially at the free throw line.
Tonight, Rutgers home for Lehigh on WFAN 660 AM at 6:30. The team also announcing it will induct Kelvin Troy, Roy Hinson, and John Battle into their Knights of Honor at a home game in February. The women's team is 3-1. They beat Rhode Island yesterday, 68-63. Their next game is Sunday at home against FDU. It's 46 in Central Park. That's the Rutgers Report. I'm Jerry Recco on Sports Radio 101.9 FM, The Fan.
It's Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata on WFAN The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Not a bad showing. Not a bad showing for your Jets last night. Hey, one Jets drive. I'll tell you what, BT, that first drive of the game, that to me would be the model of what I would hope they were supposed to be this year, maybe what they could do the rest of the year. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it the rest of the game. But that one Jets drive, the decision with Glenn to receive the football and then drive it right down the Patriots' throats, the huge, taking time off the clock, that would be their model to win games this year. Not sustainable in that game against one of the best teams, if not the best team, certainly in the AFC with the New England Patriots. But at least that would give you something to hope for. They kept the game close.
They didn't cover. If you bet the Jets, they didn't cover.
I thought that they did.
They did cover. I'm sorry. They did, yeah. All right, so listen. I can't get mad at something that I've got no expectations for. I mean, that's really the simplest way to evaluate this game last night. Now, I know, and just, knowing the way it's been here with Joe and on occasion me and others, like the Jet rants are fun. And sometimes they're interesting. There's nothing to rant about. I mean, right now, the Jets' talent disparity is massive. So you've got to look for smaller things that kind of give you a sense of whether or not Aaron Glenn could grow into that role as the right guy. And, it's funny, it's a little thing, but when they won the coin toss and they received the football, and I know you just said that, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, that's interesting.
Right. Even before they scored, I'm thinking, I like this move.
I did too, because what you're doing is you're saying, all right, man, you had 12 yards passing going into the fourth quarter in the game against the Browns. Go out there. I've got some confidence in you. 14 plays, 70-plus yards, 5 first downs. Even when Glenn, remember when he called the timeout on 3rd and 6? Remember that he was running toward the ref? And there was an execution. It was a pass after that. They got the first down. Mm-hmm. Like, again, we've got to dig deep to find some positives here, but I thought the Jets competed. I thought the Jets played hard. They're just incredibly short on talent. They got around Drake May. They couldn't get him down outside of Jermaine Johnson once. Drake May is God. Yeah. He's going to be a handful for well over a decade. I don't know what you expect. The Jets came. They fought. They gave you a game. The better team won.
They gave more than I expected. And I guess Rami said the line was 12.5, so you were right. They didn't. In my mind, for some reason, I thought it was 14, or maybe it was going to go that way.
I thought I had it right. They didn't cover,
They did not cover that game, so 12.5 was the line.
It went off at 12.5.
Okay, that's what Rami said. Okay. I did not look at the line. I was looking at, I thought the Patriots were going to win by 20, so I was looking at alternate lines. That's why I got screwed up.
Tweet, Nick.
So the decision to me, right out of the gate, from the get-go there with Aaron Glenn, I liked it because it's different. It's outside the box. Forget the result. It's easy to come on and say it after they scored the touchdown, but even the announcer's like, that's odd. The offense can't move the football, and yet they're deciding to take the ball here to start the game. That's why I liked it, because it wasn't Aaron Glenn sitting in some box looking at the analytics saying, okay, well, we're going to kick it, we're going to defer, and then we'll get the ball at the half. No, he felt with their game plan going in, you know what? We want to receive the football here, and let's see what we can do. And they had that scripted drive, and it was perfect. Now, you wish you could do that. It's clearly not sustainable with all the runs with Justin Fields, although I would try to do a little bit more. But that is their formula to have a chance to compete in a game like that. As the game goes on, defense didn't do enough to slow down the Patriots. They were whatever. I mean, they're undermanned. You know what it is at this point. I thought the schemes were fine. Couldn't do enough to slow down the Patriots. They can't overcome some of the penalties. The penalty on Brownlee early on with the body slam there. Once that happened, and it's early on, and penalties are going to happen. It wasn't a lot of them, but they're not good enough, anywhere close to good enough or talented enough to overcome a penalty like that. So once that happened, put the Patriots in a position to go right down the field and score the game, tie the game with a touchdown, and then everything changes from there. But I think it was an effort that you could be proud of if you're a Jet fan.
Yeah, I mean, I proud is boy, it seems like almost a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I guess I do reach for that word as well.
I mean, you tell me, you're the Jet fan.
Yeah, I do. I just hate having that. Like, that is such a loser mindset to be proud.
But at this point, BT,
that's why I'm there, and that's why I'm okay with it now. I understand where they are. I see what Aaron's trying to do. There was some evidence here. You put up almost 40 against a bad Bengals defense. You beat a bad Browns team. You had a couple of special team plays, which means, and I've said this before, that but during the bye week that you were buttoned up, you were ready to play, you were diligent in meetings, you were locked in on the practice field. You came out, you beat a bad Browns team in the rain, and you came out and you were ready to play last night. So that's a continuation of this template that he's trying to create. And I like that.
Well, think about it this way. I felt coming away from that game, many times watching that game, even though it was frustrating and obviously they got away from the Jets. I was watching that game saying, you know what? I think the Jets are a well-coached football team. And that, to me, at this stage of where they're at, is more important than saying, well, they have a quarterback who can't make a throw. Mm-hmm. Well, we all know that.
Nice.
Justin Fields had issues. I'm not trying to pick on him. He had issues in Chicago, and clearly we've seen his deficiencies here. They have to get a quarterback. They will pick a quarterback. Now, will that be the right one? Who the hell knows? But I'm more concerned about, especially after starting 0-7 and some of the ways that those games went, I'm more concerned about, does Aaron Glenn know what he's doing? And is he going to get this football team to play the right way, play hard, and be overmatched as a head coach, which is what a lot of people were saying after the 0-7 start. I watched that game. I saw what I believe to be a well-coached football team.
I agree with that. And one other thing, too. So, and I tweeted this before the game, and I said it obviously on the show. Like, we both thought they'd get stomped. We both thought that, right? We said that before we signed off. And I wanted to see before the stompage began, and even though it really didn't, but in my mind it would, I wanted to at least see an aggressive, I want to see you go there and look to win, not go there and look to not get blown out like Robert Saleh did so many times. And listen, that plays into taking the ball, which is very unconventional. I wanted to see anytime there was and they didn't have many of these, anytime there was a 4th and short situation, go for it. I wanted to see a trick play. They tried that with the pass to Justin Fields.
Yeah.
So now there's still, and I'll throw out a number, probably 18 to 22 players on this roster that will, maybe more, that will not be here whenever they hit whatever they're going to hit with Aaron. But the 20 or 25 or 30 who are, this is how you build a winning team. Hey, we're here to win, guys. We're not here to avoid getting embarrassed. And it's a shift in mindset. I feel it. I recognize it. I like some of the things Glenn's done. And again, proud sounds like a loser.
Yeah,
but I'm okay with that.
How about
because
happy?
They're so much inferior to this team.
How about happy with the direction, with the foundation being built? I mean, think about where we were 3 weeks ago prior to the Jets winning a game to where we are now. They won 2, and I could minimize it all I want. Like, the Bengals stink, the Browns stink. Yeah, but the Jets found a way to win those games, and that makes things easier to try to change the culture and build a foundation. Then when you go up against a team of the Patriots that nobody really gave you a chance to win, and you at least fight, to your point, fight and show that you do some good things, and then you realize when you watch the game, they just don't have anywhere near enough, whether it be defensively, offensively.
A mess.
Yeah, they just don't have anywhere near enough to compete with the Patriots, and I was surprised that the score was actually as close as it was. Mm-hmm. I think it's more encouraging where you could look at this team and say they're a well-coached football team. You could see the foundation being built here. Now, the expectations are going to raise significantly in year 2. They're going to have to get some pieces. We know they were set up in the draft. I would be excited and very hopeful from a Jets perspective about the future, because I think all you could ask in year 1 is exactly what we've seen now the last 3-4 weeks.
Yes, the one criticism that I do have for Aaron is, and this is a bigger conversation, meaning nothing for the season, but just in terms of like messaging and accountability, Justin Fields can't start anymore. if we're here for evaluation, right, and you want to get a real look at, some of the new receivers, obviously Mechie and Mitchell.
Mitchell, he's got something wrong with his hands or what?
Yeah. I mean, I still want to see that. Well, that's why I want to see Tyrod Taylor play. Like, I want to see him get fed the football. I think he's a lot better than he showed last night. I know he had some bad moments. I'm not making excuses, man. The one throw that Justin made down the sideline, he dropped it, 40 yards through a keyhole. You got to make that play. So Mitchell was bad, but I think he's better than this. But you can even see his release off the line of scrimmage against Gonzalez, who's one of, if not he's the second. He's very fast.
That's what a real cornerback looks like.
True, but forget it. Yeah, there's no doubt. But look at Mitchell's drops.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Yeah.
That stinks.
It wasn't like Fields was putting the ball right on the money, but he's got to make some of those catches.
Of course, you got to help your guy out. But look at the release. There was at least 2 plays where Mitchell went inside and then he cooked Gonzalez. He had a step on him. So I want to keep playing him. I know he can run the football, but he is woeful throwing the football. And I think there's a little arrogance here because Justin Fields was Aaron Glenn's guy. Now, we don't know the exact influence of Woody telling Rodgers to take a hike. We know that Glenn was the guy who had it dropped at his doorstep, and Glenn said, I can roll with Justin Fields. He's got to make the determination that he just can't play him. That's me. I don't know if he'll bench him. It doesn't matter big picture, but Mason Taylor, these receivers, they need to be in positions where they can make plays with a real quarterback the final 2 months of the season.
BT and Sal on the Fans get some calls here. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you to the Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Josh starts us off in Queens. What's up, Josh?
Josh.
Boys, I hate calling after a loss so much, and I feel like I've been doing that for 15 years.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Let me tell you. I'll give you a couple of stats. First off, this secondary is god atrocious. Jason Brownlee Jr., whatever his name is, has no business being on that field.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I like his physical style and his attitude, man.
He got schooled so many times last night.
He had a rough
Brandon
night.
Stevens on that out route. There was one out route to Douglas. He got schooled. Fields can't throw at all. I don't blame A.D. Mitchell except for that deep post that you guys talked about. That was a 40-yard post. That was the only pass.
Josh, let me ask you something. All right, Josh, hold on. Let me ask you something. What did you expect to happen last night?
Honestly, if Tyrod Taylor was in the game and the way that this team, here we go, BT.
No, that's Sal.
The exact way that this team started is, I'm telling you, Tyrod Taylor would have at least had 3 scoring drives. I'm not saying they would have won, but it would have looked like a competent offense.
Well,
and the other thing, here's the stat. Here's the last stat that I got for you. You ready?
Go ahead,
and
Josh.
it pains me when I say this because they played the Patriots. Tom Brady, since 2020, has 33 wins. Tom Brady's been retired for 2 years. The Jets have 27.
We understand the ineptitude, Josh. Come on.
Come on, man.
Dude, what do you think? We're new to this game? I mean, we understand the plight of the Jets more than anybody.
You can't be frustrated. I'm sorry. You can't be I told you before the season started, it's not about wins or losses. I get it from a fan perspective. You want to win. This is about bigger picture. It's about building a foundation. What'd you expect? They weren't winning that game. They were 2 touchdown underdogs. They did better than most people thought last night. And you're right. Maybe if Tyrod Taylor played, I don't even want to go down that road, but we could. If they had a real quarterback, put it that way, they would have competed. That's a big if. Obviously, that's a big piece. But they don't have enough talent. That's not where you're supposed to be in year one with a new GM and a new head coach. You're not supposed to be winning games. You're supposed to be building a foundation of getting guys to play the game the right way, the hard way, play smart football. And they've progressively gotten better as the season has gone on. What more do you want?
Think about year one, Tom Thibodeau. That's the model.
Yes, exactly. Now, they had the results, but that just happened to be circumstance.
And they don't even have a Julius Randle on this team.
Right.
Well, they do. He's just not playing Garrett Wilson. So, yeah, I'm with you. I mean, if last night or even now, Aaron's had some moments before the end of the first half. There's been some things that we've talked about decision-wise that he's messed up. But it's gotten a little bit cleaner as the year's gone on. And we're sitting here today, and he butchered timeouts. And and it was just like coaching ineptitude, like 101, like, God, this guy's a mess. That is a different level of concern. That should spark a fiery reaction. losing and being much more competitive than they were supposed to be and yelling about something that it's not applicable is the height of idiocy for me. Like, I'm not going to get mad if I don't shoot a 75 in golf because I suck.
Right.
You got to understand this stuff. So this is big picture and big ticket stuff. I thought Mitchell was bad last night. I thought Myers, the center, had a lot of bad snaps. I thought Brownlee was bad. I mean, all right, so you want a couple of things so I can actually pull out from the game? All right, there you go. There you go. Justin Fields can't throw, and if you can't throw, you couldn't. If you threw like this in 1959, you wouldn't have a lot of success in the NFL, let alone 2025.
Sports Talk on the Fan, presented by Paramount Plus, streaming November 16th on Paramount Plus. It's the return of Landman from Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Yellowstone. Academy Award winner Billy Bob Thornton is back, featuring Academy Award nominees Demi Moore, Andy Garcia, and Sam Elliott. Landman, new season streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus. Chris is in Yonkers. What's up, Chris?
How are you guys doing?
What's up, Chris?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I've been listening to your show now for the past year, and I love it. You guys are very, very accurate in a lot of your opinions, and the show is great. All right, long story short, I thought the Jets were going to get blown out last night. I'm talking like 42-14, 42-7. But they really showed me that they hung in there. I mean, the score wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what we've been saying. And, and thanks for the call there, Chris, and appreciate you listening to us for last year or so. Thank you.
Is he really listening, though?
I think, he's got his on.
15 minutes, we just said how we felt about it.
That's a good observation. Yeah, I mean, listen to you guys all the time. What'd you just say? I don't know. Right. We just said it. Go back on the free Odyssey app and listen again. I think that something else that I think should be said, now again, very limited here, but Tanner Engstrand, the OC, now it didn't work well against Miami when Braylon Allen fumbled at the 1, but the Jets are now showing a proclivity. I'm in the mood.
I don't. You're gonna have to define that one.
That's a good thing.
Okay.
The Jets are they're now showing an ability here to come out when you script the first 15, 20 plays to at least do something, and a lot of times they're finding the end zone. And think about how many times they had a stat last night. I don't even remember what it was, but it was not good, obviously, because it was attached to the Jets. It was something along the lines of the last, since 2022, whatever the hell it is, the last 50-something opening drives, the Jets had 7 touchdowns and 36 punts and 9 turnovers.
Yeah.
Just gross. Whatever the ratio was. You're at least seeing the ability to, draw something up based on the limited talent that they do have and go out there and move the ball the first series.
To me, this is a pretty normal, if not actually good, first year for a new GM and a rookie head coach that has taken over a team that didn't have a quarterback, wasn't very good, obviously disarray, and then traded away arguably 2 of their most talented players at the trade deadline. Think about how we got here. Week 1 was a terrific performance, okay? Everybody was excited.
It was fun.
All accounts, terrific against a good Steelers.
Should have won.
The Bills game was back to maybe being what we thought we were going to be. They competed in the Bucs game. You could argue they should have won that game. That was ugly, but still, losing by 2 points to a very good Bucs team on the road in Tampa Bay. The Miami game, a great first drive, ended with a fumble on the goal line, changed the whole thing. By the way, maybe Miami's not as bad as we thought, the way that Miami just pounded Buffalo. The Jets lose by 6 points in Miami. The Dallas game, okay, you got away from a little bit, and Dallas scored a ton of points. Ugly, again, not pretty. Denver game, one of the good football teams in a league, close game, ugly football game, but they lose by 2 points. I thought the Panther game was horrific. Panthers, again, aren't as bad as at least I thought, and maybe as everybody thought coming in. Unacceptable, inexcusable, pathetic performance at home. It happens. Then they win the next 2 games against the Bengals and Browns, and now they compete against one of the best teams. When you look at it in total, and I'm not judging it based off of the win-loss record, which is not good, but I actually don't think it's as bad as it seemed. It was only that bad because it was 0-7. Had they lucked into a win or 2, it would be a normal year 1 when you're trying to build a foundation with a new regime.
Well, yes, and here's the other thing that's going on. This is actually a real rebuild. This is what a real rebuild looks like. It's not pretty. There's not many good players. It's a complete resetting of the finances, the draft capital, and the expectations. And I know Jet fans are out there saying, well, we've been through this before. Not like this, we haven't. You know why? Because the Jets always half-step their rebuilds. Well, we're going to rebuild, but we're going to give Le'Veon Bell real money. And we're going to rebuild, but we're going to get, and C.J. Mosley was a very good pro, but we're going to give C.J. Mosley big money. We're going to rebuild. Let's bring in Aaron Rodgers here to try to get us over the over the goal line here. Oh, yeah, by the way, even though things are going awry here, let's bring in Devontae Adams and make a trade for him midseason and hope that the ship doesn't sink. That is not a rebuild. That is a desperate act by men trying to save jobs and take shortcuts. I think Aaron, based on what happened in Detroit and really based on what happened when he was here with Kotite and Parcells, he knows what is required for a real, authentic rebuild. Jet fans, if you don't have the appetite for it, I get it. I do. So I'm okay with it.
BT and Sal on the Fan, WFAN NFL football, powered by Verizon. Get your local Verizon store today.
The Giants take on the Packers. 1 o'clock Sunday.
Giants rally to the ball and knock them short.
The home of New York Giants football is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Beware the holiday buffering.
Who are you?
The ghost of internet past here to slow down right when your guests arrive.
Not this year. We got Verizon's 100% fiber optic home internet. Scored a limited time offer for $20 a month and locked in the price for 3 years.
Fios home internet. That's scary fast.
Now we can all stream, video chat, and game at the same time. So bye.
Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch to Fios home internet today. Fios 300 megabits per second plan at $20 a month with autopay. Any Verizon mobile phone plan and bonus discount. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for my home customers. Terms apply.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
Experience the magic of the season during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration. Enjoy exclusive holiday offers at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Mercedes-Benz of Union, and Ray Cattina of Freehold. 3 powerhouse locations, 1 legendary name, Ray Cattina. Discover the power of 3 at benzfam.com.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too, for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. Thanks, Zoe.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits ended. Balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
So, there's this guy, Paul Rivera. Grew up in the Bronx. Made some mistakes, but eventually becomes one of those hard-working citizens who keep our city going. But he gets pulmonary fibrosis, and his only hope is a lung transplant. When one hospital, Montefiore Einstein, get him a new lung, and they give him a new life. Right. Everyone in his neighborhood is like,
they give that guy a new lung or a new motor.
The story, Mr. Giamatti. Well, you ought to know, Mr. Rivera. You lived it.
Everyone loves a comeback. Montefiore Einstein, national leader in transplant.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable. It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. FanDuel is dropping limited time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour every Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Visit FanDuel.com/GO to grab your reward before the clock expires. That's FanDuel.com/GIO. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid fast. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Tune into the BT and Sal Show weekdays from 10 to 2 on The Fan. Presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac is the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Because I guess Kourtney Kardashian is dating Travis Barker, who just turned 50.
Okay.
And then there was some speculation about, did Kim used to date Travis Barker?
Oh, no.
Yeah, and she denies it. But there have been multiple reports. I just saw something last night. I don't even know how this stuff comes to me. I don't even know if it's new or old or A or what.
You probably look for stuff and the algorithm finds you.
Yeah,
That's
I watch one Kardashian video and I'm being inundated with videos. And then I was watching a little bit of that Call Your Daddy podcast. You know that girl?
I know.
I'm not really familiar with her either, but she had, who the hell was it that she had on? Oh, she had Kim on. So I started watching one with Kim a little bit. I can't, it's just not for me. I don't think we're not the key demo for that. But then there was a clip that came up of Aubrey O'Day. You know Aubrey O'Day at all or no? She used to be in, you guys know her? Rami, you know Aubrey O'Day or Hoff, you know her? She had her own group. I don't even know what the hell it was called, but she was famous for Making the Band. It was a TV show on MTV. Danity Kane. Making the Band that
Top
Diddy.
Rope Music Man.
Yeah, Diddy used to run Making the Band on MTV.
I remember that show.
Put the band together. She was a part of it.
Okay.
And she was on some podcast or something and was saying detailed story about how she used to be friends with Kim Kardashian, and Kim did, in fact, date Travis Barker.
How do you do that? You can't do that in the family,
Isn't that
man.
weird?
It's gross. What are we doing?
Now, you don't have a brother.
No.
I don't have a brother.
No.
But if
I can promise you, if I did, I'd be first.
Come on.
Oh, man.
BT and Sal, The Fan, 8888. I just,
I know, I'm with you. I
And
fundamentally oppose that.
At least the way to do it would be like, look, I dated him, but we were, I was 21, however old she was. I dated him, and that was, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. And, all right, now he's dating my sister. It might be a little awkward, but...
there's so many people out there. Just, come on, find somebody else.
There's only one Travis Barker.
That's
BT
true.
and Sal,
High demand.
888-808-1019 is the number to call. Back to the sports talk here. Charlie is in Bethpage talking about the Jets. What's up, Charlie?
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Charlie!
Hey, how we doing, BT?
What's up, buddy?
You had to be happy. Our team played. I think our team played very well last night. I mean, we still lost by 13, but we got to go home after a day of work and watch a competitive game, not a blowout.
Yeah.
So I was very happy with that.
Happy's a little strong. Happy's a little strong, but I know what you mean. I'm not trying to talk you off that. Happy's a bit strong for me, but I got you.
Okay, but with the happiness, then the depression settles in.
Exactly.
After a couple of tequilas, I'm watching. They got their quarterback.
Oh.
They got May, and then I'm watching what we have, and I'm watching a second rebuild of the New England Patriots from the Brady days. See, I'm 60, so I've been watching everybody pass my team for how many years?
Yep.
But I watched the Brady rebuild. Now I'm watching this rebuild with New England again. I got to go deal with May for the next 10 years, 15 years like Brady, and another great coach. He's going to be there as long as Belichick. And it is kind of tough. Why is everybody doing rebuilds and doing it the right way, and we can't get it right out in the Meadowlands and at the Jets?
Well, but who's to say you're not getting it right, Charlie? And thank you for the call. You're in the infancy stages of a rebuild. And while you don't want to use the word happy to describe last night's performance or result, you can say you'd be happy or at least excited about the future. Maybe you could find your Drake May in this year's draft or next year's draft. That's the idea here. The Patriots struggled after Tom Brady left for years. It wasn't just 1 year. They were kind of in no man's land for a little bit. Then they had to rebuild. Okay, they got, you want to say they got a little bit lucky and had Drake May? I mean, the Commanders could have had Drake May. They chose Jaden Daniels. So the Patriots were a little fortunate in that regard. They made a mistake with the head coaching hire. It's not like they've been perfect. And then they had the opportunity where Vrabel, if he didn't get fired by the inept Tennessee Titans, Vrabel might not have been available for this job. So
he might be. You know what? By the way, if Mayo was marginally better, I think Vrabel's coaching the Jets. I really do.
Right, because if he had some success last year, would they really blow that up in year one?
It was so bad, like they had to make a move, and then obviously it was serendipitous timing for them, where he got whacked by the Titans, and he jumped into the advisory role, and of course,
There's
obviously,
luck involved, man.
timing, luck. 4-13, and now they'll be 13-4, probably better this year. They've got about a 35% chance to be the top seed in the AFC, which is the highest odds at this point. Based on all the schedule stuff. It hit me again last night, and it's hit me more and more and more. And I have admitted this, I really have. Evaluating quarterbacks, it makes my head spin. Like, there's things I thought, I'm like, there's no doubt this kid's the real deal, and he's a scrub. And the exact opposite. So I've been twisted in knots, specifically with the Jets, right? Now, when you watch these quarterbacks, whether it's Mendoza, whether it's Dante Moore, Arch more so for 2027, to me, the one thing that I got to look at now, and really the only thing, because we all know how big they are, how fast they are, how much velo they have on the football. Drake May last night, this is the characteristic that for me is non-negotiable for whomever I draft, all right? You've got to be able to manipulate that pocket. And now it helps if you could actually run like a 4.5 40. I don't even necessarily need that. But the way Drake May, and Brady was great at this, and he was slow, and so was Peyton. The way they shift a foot to the right, 6 inches up, a step back, and they create a pocket. I mean, with a lot of stuff going on around them, hands flying in, getting their jerseys tugged. Hey, guys are wide open because they can do that. That is a skill. If you can do that, you could be a star in the NFL.
Rodgers, to me, was the best ever at that in his prime. And I think Jackson Dart has the ability to do that.
I agree with that, too.
That's where you need a quarterback with some mobility and the feel of the pocket and the confidence to remain calm, as opposed to, like, look at Justin Fields.
Look at Fields. Pats the ball. You can see it.
You can feel that he feels that he doesn't want to get hit. He doesn't feel the rush at the right time. Just completely afraid to make a decision. Drake May is cool, composed, calm. That's what you want from a quarterback.
He's a stud. And that's a skill that I don't really think that you can teach. I think if you're deficient at that, you might be able to become maybe average. But you're never going to become great at that if that's not inherently there.
Nicholas is in Massapequa. What's up, Nick?
Hi, Sal. Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Nick.
I'm up and down with Thursday night, but I get where this team is going. They're in a rebuild, and I know it's going to take time. But this is like the fifth time that they've rebuilt since 2010. This team has had so many bad picks, and I get this isn't the regime that did it, but why should I believe in this? I mean, I really don't know about Aaron Glenn as the coach. I mean, I get what you guys are saying, but how are you, after a timeout, and the next play you have 12 men on the field on defense after a timeout? Like, what? Are you kidding me? And then you have to have the coach go out there. And he's like, oh, I'm not going to name the quarterback. Oh, I'm not going to tell you the injury report. That's just part of your job. I get you're trying to toy with the media and all that.
Well, hold on, Nick.
This is a part. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. I don't think that he's trying to toy with the media. I would just push back on the way you describe that. I think he's trying to create like an air of separation for his team.
Trying to remain in control.
Yes, that's another way to say it. I don't think he's purposely trying to be a prick. Well, maybe, but not trying to play. He's not trying to play a game. There's a purpose behind that.
I understand what you guys are saying. But I can't trust this franchise. I mean, this owner is terrible.
He's the worst.
I mean, the fact that he is the worst owner in all of North America sports. And for him to be because he was in the stadium for that show, he looked like he couldn't care. He cares more about NFLPA gradings going away than his own football team. I am sick of this owner. I don't believe in this team. They need a new coach. They need a new quarterback, and we need a new owner. Because I don't believe in this coach.
All right, man.
Let me finish this quick. I respect you guys. I just want to finish this.
Yeah, good.
This owner I cannot trust this team and this rebuild with an owner like this. He's way over his head. He's too hands-on, and I can't trust this team anymore.
Nick, hold on. Let me ask you this, Nick. Nick. You a Knicks fan or no? I hope you are. Yes?
No, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Hornets? What? Okay, gee.
How'd that happen?
Little
starter jacket turn you into a Hornets fan?
Dude, they had sweet gear.
Yeah.
They really did.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get off.
No, it's all good. And Nick, I was gonna ask you. Thank you for the call there, Nick. If you would have said yes, I am a Knicks fan, I would have said, well, how did you view Dolan when Isaiah and Larry Brown and Cheney was getting sent to the taxi and rest in peace, Lenny Wilkins, and one of us, by the way, New York legend, recently passed away. Great player, great coach. I just want to be sure I say that the right way. But it didn't work out with Lenny. Like, did you think that he had that in him? I'm talking about Dolan, to stay out of the way. I mean, he was vilified more than Woody. Because just the way he would sit courtside, we react to Woody the losses. We reacted to Dolan. It was the losses and the body language and the personality. I think it was even more negative energy toward Dolan, and he figured things out. You just have to hire smart people and let them do their job, and you got to hope that this was finally the right hire with smart people with Muji and Glenn.
If you're still feeling that way now, and that's understandable, you're entitled to feel however you want. What I would recommend is go find another team to root for. Take maybe the Panthers. I mean, you're already a Hornets fan. Why not just root for the Panthers? Well, you're banging your head against the wall. The owner's not selling the team. Forget that. And don't look at what was or what you think might happen. Look at what is. Somehow, Aaron Glenn has been able to lead this team to 2 victories, which is 2 more than I thought that they were going to get after their performance against the Panthers. They're headed in the right direction. You could see it progressively getting better with no quarterback. They have a quarterback that can't throw the football, and yet they're still being competitive and getting better. The penalties, I know that they have some penalties, but they've been cleaned up. It is not just an exercise in futility and ineptitude when you're watching this team play football. That's not the case anymore. There's reason to at least be hopeful and say, all right, I don't believe in it, but I'm starting to see signs that maybe prove me wrong. Let's see how this plays out. And it will happen next year. You see what happens whatever the rest of this year, trying to finally build that foundation in year 1. As soon as the draft comes this year, that's something to be excited about from a Jet fan perspective.
I am excited. And instead of looking at like Adam Gase on Sunday, who looked like he was hopped up on pain meds and he was just spacing out, certainly at the press conference. I'm not saying that he was hopped up on, but he just had no presence in what I'm saying. And Robert Saleh, who was like, a linebacker in body, but in terms of spirit, he was like a cheerleader. Like the guy just had no bite. Like that's all he was. He was, and I don't mean feminine.
Yeah. No,
I mean, he was just a
male cheerleader.
Well, for sure. Yeah. All he did was cheer. Hey, good play. Aaron Glenn actually lights people up. And how about this? These are the little things that matter. And I know it doesn't do a lot for you today, but Quincy Williams' brother was just traded, and I'm fine by that because I think he's kind of going the wrong way, whatever, in Quinnen, in terms of Q. Quincy, his brother was dealt, and he lost his job. And what did he do? He said the right thing, and in the 2 games since he got benched, he's played his ass off.
Yeah.
That's not a little evidence that the coach is having some impact? Yeah. I think it is.
I would not look at this. I get it. It's frustrating. I know you've had enough. I would not look at this as a negative thing here. Year 1 with a new regime should be evaluation, and considering where they were after the first 7 weeks, to dig out of that rather quickly over the last 3-4 weeks, including the bye, I think that's encouraging, not to mention all the picks that Muji has him set up to really build this thing out the right way as soon as next year.
888-808-1019. It's BT and Sal. Brandon Tierney, Sal, the got a show on the Fan Football Friday. Judge, another MVP. We'll get to that. Soto had some interesting thoughts on what the Mets need to do or should do. Obviously, all the Football Friday fixings. Our buddy Nick Costos a little later. All right. And, of course, more of your calls. Operating engineers, Local 825, or the men and women who make our region move, whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium. They build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure that we all rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build New York and New Jersey.
This This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Sunday starts with such compelling matchups as Carolina at Atlanta, the Chargers at Jacksonville, and Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Tampa is one of my Road Warrior upset specials at Buffalo. Others include Chicago at Minnesota, Seattle at the Rams, and in primetime, Detroit, that's right, over Philadelphia. The game of the weekend should be Kansas City against Denver. Strange as it sounds, this is actually a must-win for the Chiefs. Enjoy Sunday's games, folks. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Straight Talk knows the best holiday gift is simply saying yes.
Yes, you can stay up late. Sure, more cookies. Of course we can watch that movie again.
That's why we give you real unlimited data, so you can say yes to all of your family's streaming, scrolling, and sharing. And now at Straight Talk, get another gift worth giving, a free 5G phone with select plans. Because yes is the best gift to give.
Yes!
And receive. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Build monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday this season, all the way through the AFC Championship game. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online. And step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/life.
We're counting down to Black Friday savings. It's the countdown to Black Friday at Nielsen Dodge. Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. Your countdown to the hottest deals is on now.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4, just $199 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Altitude X 4x4, just $224 a month.
We all know it's the biggest sale of the year, and Nielsen's going bigger than ever. You can count on 0 down payment, plus up to $1,500 overbook value for your trade, and the credit help you need.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, online at NielsenDodge.com, a proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
The countdown is on. Don't miss out.
At Nielsen, fun is in the drive.
Friday sales event.
With approval term 24 months due at signed Cherokee 5794, Cherokee L5819, add tax tag 498 dock and DMV fees.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
BT, it's out back on the Fan. 888-808-1019, the number to call. I really know I'm getting old. I mean, maybe it's just the hours, who knows? But the fact that I was struggling to stay up last night for that game toward the end, I was like, oh, man, please just end so I could go to sleep. You ever have, like, your legs start to shake a little bit when
My
you get tired?
legs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually the thing. It's called restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
I don't have that. No. I got a lot of stuff. I don't have that.
Rami, you ever have that? Well, you're too young. You know what I'm talking about?
I've had that, yeah.
Now, does that happen from when you're tired or not eating right? Like I was thinking, I don't know.
Probably dehydrated and tired, I would guess.
You know what I've been snacking on lately, and I love it? Sesame sticks.
Sesame sticks?
You know what I'm talking about? The little...
Yeah,
it's
with the little tiny seeds.
Oh, dude.
Really?
I had them at my brother-in-law's house this past week and went over for the birthday party. I was telling you about.
Yeah.
They had, some whatever out, and I was like, oh, what's that? And I tried it. I was like, God, man, that is good. They're like, oh, yeah, sesame seed. I went right to Amazon, had a case shipped or whatever it was.
Do you dip it in anything?
No.
A little oil? A little
Nothing.
balsamic
Nope,
might
just,
be nice.
Just plain.
A little drizzle.
I love it. So I was eating that, and then I'm thinking, oh, maybe the sodium is like making my legs shake a little bit. Maybe the tired nature. It wasn't like it was preventing me from falling asleep, but I was so tired and trying to stay up that I felt like a little
shaky. My wife gets that a little bit. It's a real thing. It's called the restless leg syndrome. So you have been nibbling on and pecking away on breadsticks.
Yeah.
You know what I ate last night for the game? It was gavone time, bro.
What? Thursday night, huh?
Yeah.
Sunday to me is different. Go ahead.
I know. Sunday's going to be good as well. I've actually been really good. There's a lot of shakes, and I was kind of like holding it off for I knew I was going to go nuts and make a dent last night. I got a massive seafood salad, all right? So with, obviously the shrimp and the scallops and the scungili and the galamon and the olives. I ate an entire calzone.
With ham?
No, just the cheese.
Okay.
The two
Dip it
different
in
types
sauce?
of cheese. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Sal, the entire thing I ate.
What do you love more?
It had to be thousands of calories.
What do you love more, arborvitaes or calzone?
I like having a calzone, and I like going to watch after I water the arborvitaes. I do a little double header there.
And
arborvitaes looking healthy,
so after
baby.
you eat that, you don't snack throughout the rest of the game?
Nothing. Water. No,
See,
I'm not going to grab chips. No, I'm going to draw a line
I have
there.
an issue. I can't sit there and watch a full game. There's some kind of mental block for me. I can't sit there and either watch a movie or a football game, especially, without having some kind of comfort bag of chips, bowl of sesame sticks. Now that's my whatever. I need some kind a pie, a chicken parm. I need something.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do that. If we're watching a movie with the kids, I have a little Starburst, a little popcorn. Sure, I mean, but not after that meal. Like I could have gone to the electric chair after that thing. It was ridiculous.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Back to the Jet calls. Jim is calling. We'll get to the Giants coming up in about 12 minutes. Jim is calling from Warren, New Jersey. What's up, Jim?
Good morning, guys. How you doing? I really enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Cool.
I want to make a couple points about the Jets, if you just give me a minute. First of all, New England didn't impress me that much. I don't think they're some powerhouse team. I just think they're a well-coached team.
Who's better? I tend to agree with you, but I'd be curious to know your answer. Who's better than them?
In the AFC?
Yeah, well, whoever. Go ahead.
I think Denver's better.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to argue that, but go ahead.
I think Buffalo might be better.
I don't know. They beat Buffalo, and Buffalo's had some. I mean, the Patriots won 8 in a row. They got a quarterback playing like an MVP. Buffalo's getting their rear end kicked by Miami.
And I have a dark horse for you. I think Baltimore's better.
I think Baltimore could.
You had them in your power up yesterday.
I had them as the first team out. They were 6th.
Number 6.
Put it this way, Jim. I agree with you in this regard, and then we'll let you finish your point. I think that if the Ravens played the Patriots in a postseason game, I'd have a hard time picking New England against Baltimore. But that's just me. Okay.
Especially if it's in Baltimore.
Well, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it's going to be up in Foxborough.
No. Baltimore's not going to have a better record than New England.
No way.
Nothing's determined yet. Baltimore's not going to have a better record than New England's probably going to be the 1 seed. Yeah.
And Sal, to your point, I agree that the foundation is being laid. I like the coach and the GM. I like all the moves they made. It's going to take time to rebuild this team, but it's all for naught unless they hit on the quarterback. That's the key.
That's true.
They have to hit on the quarterback. And what I'm afraid of, if they win a few more games, that quarterback from Indiana is going to be playing down in New Orleans.
He might be. Chuck,
Arizona.
Listen, this is the thing that you've got to debate from within. And, Jimmy, thanks for the call. I get it. I just want to win, man. And I've gone back and forth, and I understand that mindset. Like, wins at this point, what do they do? Well, I am of the belief, because it's year one, and I've got a good feel, at least early, for Muji, and maybe a little less for Glenn, but some positive signs for Glenn. I want to keep this thing moving with positive moments, and the way you stamp a message is to back it up with a win once in a while. I am well aware that the more that they win, the less of a chance they'll have for Mendoza, but I've also said many times, Sal, it took me a while to figure this out. Like, in my mind, I'm like, the Jets will go 1-15 or 1-16 one year, and they'll get their Peyton or their, John Elway, and that'll be their champion. It's not going to, come on. They're the Jets. It's not going to work out that way. When the Jets get their superstar quarterback, it will probably be unconventional, meaning trades and stuff. And with all the draft assets they now have, they can do that. I'd like to win a couple of games, but I understand the pushback. I do.
Yeah, I would not tank, and I also would not just be pigeonholed to taking a quarterback this draft.
I agree with that.
They don't need to do that. There's no urgency here.
But they can't have Fields on the team next year. There's no way he can play.
That's...
No, it can't be whatever. He can't play for them next year.
What if he's the backup quarterback?
Backup, that's fine. I mean, all right, that's a little different, but he cannot be a starter. He just can't.
I'm also not worried. It's year 2 of a rebuild. I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
He can't
throw the ball a little bit.
I get it. It's year 2, though, of a rebuild. There's because Fields was so bad, we need to take a quarterback. Maybe they do take a quarterback. I actually trust Muji. Now, we haven't had enough evidence here to know what he's about, but I like the moves that they've made. Mm-hmm. It's not like he's getting pushed back by, I love Quinnen Williams or I love Sauce Gardner and we don't want to trade him. Let's try to. No, he's aggressive, and it seems like him and Glenn have a plan of how to turn this franchise around, and they're going to go out there and execute their plan. Will it be the right one? Will they execute it perfectly? That's yet to be determined, but I like where they're at. And I don't think he's going to force the issue just because they clearly need a quarterback. If he could get one that he loves, if he could be aggressive, if one falls into his lap. Well, by the way, they could have had one this year. They could have got sucked into taking Shedeur Sanders at 7.
Oh, God.
They could have maybe traded up, or even, they could have taken Jackson Dart.
I know. Well, that would have been nice.
But would it have been? You don't know if the foundation would have been the same. We have no idea. So, point is, they could have taken a quarterback in year 1. They didn't want to. They didn't think it was the best thing to do right now. So, I don't think they're going to force the issue next year either, nor should they.
It's hard enough to get this right. I mean, especially for them. It's even more tough when you reach, because you think you have to do it. You've got to be of sound mind, and you've got to have as much clarity in terms of what you want. Like, you can't make a pick based on pressure. We got to get a quarterback. Right. We got to get one. Because then you're like, you're not even seeing real stuff at that point. You're reaching.
And this is a big part of the reason why I believe in Muji and Glenn as well. Also, they know, or at least they've operated as if they know that throwing a rookie quarterback, in year 1 to a team that you haven't even laid the foundation or groundwork to is not the right way to develop them. Mm-hmm. And the Jets have screwed that up a million times over with all these young quarterbacks. Yeah. Darnold, Zach, whatever, all of them.
Gino.
They do the same thing over and over again. Let's pick this guy who's got potential. Let's destroy him year 1, putting him in to be the savior, as opposed to building the foundation first and then bringing in the quarterback.
I think in a lot of ways, Sal, Muji is the underhyped star of the Jets season here. I mean, guys, you like Membu? Think he's going to be pretty good on the right side for the next 10, 12 years? I think so. Do you like Mason Taylor? Jets finally have a tight end. You like him? I do. And the 2 trades were about as bold as you can make. So I'm feeling good about Mooch. I am.
Ray calling from Babylon. What's up, Ray?
Ray.
Maron Namia. Did Vegas get this one right? 12.5 points. In any event.
Yeah, really. They get them all right.
Right? The dummy mistakes by the Jets really cost us the game. Mitchell dropping 3 passes. Can the defense get a freaking interception for once?
No.
I mean, that ball, I think it was in the second quarter, was right in the secondary's hands, and we drop it. It's not enough that you blocked the play or blocked the pass or disrupted the play from Drake May. You got to intercept that ball when you have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
The personal fouls, where's the discipline? You had that one personal foul where they threw the Patriot guy on the field and it took away his sack. He had that stupid intentional grounding by Fields.
Oh, that was horrible.
This is the dummy play of the game. The dumb play of the game was when Brownlee didn't touch that Patriot guy that caught the ball and let the guy get another 5 yards. Yeah, like the Jets can afford another 5 yards. My God, I can't take the suck anymore.
That bothered me with Brownlee because I do like Brownlee. I was bad. I mean, he just kind of checked out mentally, and that's the kind of stuff that, Aaron or any coach worth anything is just not going to tolerate. But I like Brownlee. He had a rough night, though.
Yesterday, we had a caller say, suck win. Today, we had Ray just say, I can't take the suck anymore. I love it. Here's the thing that I would say, Ray. Hang in there. It's going to get better for the Jets. I know it seems impossible to believe that right now. I know it seems difficult. I know you're tired of losing, especially to the Patriots. It's going to get better. It's easy for me to detach myself from the emotion that a Jet fan feels watching that game, but I would be looking at it even if I were a Jet fan. And by the way, I'm rooting for the Jets. I root for the Jets and Giants as much as anybody because I want to see them win here and have success. It's easier and more fun for what we do. But I'm looking at it practically, and I don't know how you could come into the season, even if you're a diehard fan of this team, and think that it's about the results, the win-loss record. It's not, especially in a game last night where you were, 2 touchdown underdogs. It's just not about that.
They were supposed to get smoked.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, the penalties here, I'm just looking this up. I've got a database, so bear with me. So 2023, I know the numbers were awful. 2023, the Jets had the most penalties. We know that. And they had almost 10 more than the next worst team, which was the Browns. Stunner. Then you go to 2024, and the Jets had 137 penalties, which was stunning, the most in football. Now you go to this year. Now, keep in mind, the Jets have also played a game more than most of these teams because they started Week 11 earlier. You've got to calculate some buys, whatever, but they played a game more than most. The Broncos, the Jaguars, the Giants, the Vikings, the Bears, the Pats, the Saints, Dallas Commanders, Chargers, and Texans all have more penalties than the Jets.
Yeah, they've gotten better.
They're chipping away at the ineptitude.
But that's what it takes.
That's why I'm feeling pretty good.
Chip, what would you think they were going to fix it in year 1?
Unkillable.
I mean, good God. Exactly. You're starting to regenerate.
I am.
I feel it.
I'm feeling pretty good.
BT and Sal on the
As
fan.
crazy as it sounds, I'm feeling pretty good.
We'll work the Giants into the conversation when we come back on this Football Friday, 888-808-1019.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan, 1019 FM.
They blew another fourth quarter lead. The heart and soul of the team goes walking in concussion protocol, and then the inevitable is going to happen. I mean, the ownership can only take so much.
Listen to Boomer and Gio on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Newyorkinos! Fast, reliable internet puede ser tuyo when you switch to Fios. Por tiempo limitado, combine Fios Home Internet and a line of mobile por solo $69.99 a month. Get unlimited welcome for $50 a month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees when you bring your phone. And add Fios 300 Mbps for $19.99 a month with AutoPay, mobile plus home discount, and bonus discount. Visit your tri-state area Verizon store hoy mismo to get this limited time offer and switch to our reliable red 5G 100% fibra óptica for eligible new Fios internet and mobile customers. Both the 15 monthly discounts for Fios and bring your phone apply over 36 months. Mobile and home discounts enrollment required. 99 Fios setup charge applies. For unlimited welcome, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE might be temporarily slower than other traffic in times of congestion. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 29 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
This holiday season, find excellence in every detail in a new Volvo. From Volvo Cars Ramsey, 8-time winner of the Volvo Excellence Award. Now find excellent offers with your first lease payment waived. Lease a new 2026 Volvo XC60 B5 plus all-wheel drive, $583 per month for 36 months at Volvo Cars Ramsey, where it's all about you. Call 833-853-2975 for details. MSRP $57,145. VIN 1292363. Loaner vehicle 4,210 miles, $3,700 down payment. Tax title registration extra. Zero security deposit. Ends 11/30/25.
Pros don't just show up. They prove how it's done. With precision and without shortcuts. Makita tools are built the same way. With a dedication to lasting quality. Trusted performance, and results that reward your effort year after year. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk sports with BT and Sal. Middays 10 to 2. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Brought to you by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results. Visit chefiq.com. Week 11 kicked off in New England last night with the Patriots beating the Jets 27-14. In the loss, Breece Hall had 14 carries for 58 yards. Justin Fields ran for 67, had a touchdown on the opening drive. Also was just 15 of 26 for 116 through the air and a score. Hall says don't blame him for that, though.
Honestly, it was really just on us not making plays. I felt like, Justin played his tail off today. He put the ball out there. We just got to do a better job of making plays for him. Not every ball is going to be perfect. And not every situation is going to be ideal. But at the end of the day, you got to still find a way to make a play. So I feel like as a skill group, we got to do a better job of making it easier for our O-line and quarterback.
The Jets now 2-8, while the Patriots have won 8 in a row. They are 9-2 on the season. Aaron Judge, your American League MVP. In the National League, it was indeed Shohei Ohtani. The Knicks are home for the Heat tonight. Jalen Brunson, a grade 1 sprained ankle, will not play tonight. Evaluated on a day-to-day basis. The Nets are in Orlando on the Fan at 6:50 p.m. That's 101.9. On 6:60 a.m. will be Rutgers home for Lehigh at 6:30. The Islanders beat the Golden Knights in Vegas in overtime 4-3. J.G. Pajot, the game winner there. The Islanders in Utah tonight. This report brought to you by Total Orthopedics. They are the experts at getting you back to being you. They are Long Island's premier orthopedic practice. From simple sprains and broken bones to complex sports injuries, they are the experts at getting you back to being you. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Visit TotalOrthoExpress.com today. Also brought to you by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Current temperature brought to you by Moderna. 48 degrees in Central Park, and that's what's happening. I'm Jerry Recco on WFAN. Now streaming our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
The BT and Sal Show on the Fan, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants. Hey, speaking of the New York Giants, they have a game 2 on Sunday, taking on the Packers, who have just not been very good. My interest level for this Giants game is far, far less than it has been in recent weeks because of the absence of Jackson Dart. I mean, I like Jameis. I'll be rooting for Jameis to have some fun. I'll be watching the game, but really, BT, Dable's gone. We're awaiting the end of the season to see if Shane's gone. It's no Jackson Dart. There's no Neighbors. There's no Scattaboo. This is, Not exactly an exciting thought to watch the Giants on Sunday.
Let's not watch it. I mean, really, what do we have to watch?
Well,
Jameis won't be the starter next year. I mean, I'm obviously kidding around.
You wanted to watch Jameis more than you did Russell Wilson.
Thank God Jameis Winston's playing. Yeah. And I respect Kafka doing this early in the week and just ending any controversy. Not that there should be. Russell Wilson just looks washed here. And not looking to disrespect the guy. He's been saying the right thing. He's probably a Hall of Famer. He's a champion for sure. And I think he conducts himself, comports himself the right way. So I do respect him. But Jameis is going to at least, he's going to give you a chance to do things that Russell can't do. And Kafka's, is it Kafka?
No,
it's
Kafka.
Kafka.
Yeah.
And Kafka's got...
Who the hell cares? I mean, what's the difference? Let's hope he's only here. All due respect to him, I hope he does well and gets a job somewhere else. He can't be the next head coach of the Giants.
Well, it's funny because this came up the other day, and I think there's a little window here. Now, I don't think that they'll do well enough for him to get the job, but I think that there's a sliver of hope within the organization that he'll impress them enough where they won't have to make a change and they can elevate him. So I believe that they're thinking that. I'm not saying that I necessarily believe that, but this is a guy.
If I'm him, I'm thinking that. You think the Giants?
I do. Remember, this is a guy who's been interviewed around the NFL. Kafka's got some people around the NFL who think he's very interesting.
Yeah, Ben McAdoofus vibes. I'm not saying that Kafka would be that, but that's what I would get. And keep the guy in-house. Oh, well, he's interviewed. The Eagles might hire him. Oh, we can't let the Eagles get him, so let's keep McAdoofus. And then he shows up in a suit that's 5 times too big and maybe had a better clue than some of the other people in the organization, but still wasn't good enough for New York. It's time that they just move on. So I don't care if they won 7-0. To me, it just you can't hire Kafka.
Well, think about the difference in emotion. We just spent an hour on the Jets. We'll get back to the calls, obviously incorporate the Giants here. Clearly, there's a drop-off in interest here, whether it's you, whether it's me. I mean, even Giant fans probably sitting there saying,
what can you learn? All right, so what's the intrigue about this game? With Jackson Dart, we watched the continued development of him and seeing what he could do. What are we going to learn about the Giants? They don't have a head coach. Like for Kafka, it means a lot. For me, if I've already made my decision that regardless of if he goes 7-0 or not, I'm not bringing him back. I would fire Joe Shane regardless as well. So the Giants are evaluating these things. In my mind, there's nothing left to be seen. I want to see a whole new regime take over. And as a matter of fact, I think winning does them more harm than good when you talk about where they're going to be in the draft. I would not tank. I don't believe in that. But this is not a year 1 or year 2 team that's trying to build a foundation. This is a team that's playing out the string it's over.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I don't know why Bowen has a job right now. I think that that's really embarrassing. I could not believe that. I can't believe he's still here. That, the head coach is gone and the GM's here. The
he actually
DC's
said some
still
good
here.
things. You see that? Bowen said some good things this week.
I saw what he said. I appreciate him taking ownership of that and accountability here. But the bottom line is he hasn't done his job very well. But I do appreciate him, being introspective enough and being transparent enough to know, I like what he said. I'm with you. All right, so I want Jameis Winston around Jackson Dart next year. I do. I think he's great for him. I don't think that Russell Wilson's bad for Jackson Dart at all, but I think Jameis has had a really positive impact on Dart. So I think if Jameis, like these are little things that I'm looking for, like if Jameis goes out there and throws, 1 touchdown and 5 picks, and maybe he starts the next 2 games, maybe the Giants move on. If he plays okay, I think that probably assures him coming back. And I think there's certain energies that are good for young quarterbacks. I want Winston around Dart. I like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I still it doesn't do much. I've watched Jameis Winston play quarterback before in this league. I know what it's like. It's just sad to me. At least with the Jets, we are in a spot where we're watching the Jets try to lay the groundwork of a foundation. Is it, the most exciting brand of football or entertaining? No, but you're trying to learn about a new head coach, a rookie head coach. You're watching to see how he handles things. You're seeing how a foundation with basically no talent or at least lesser talent than the majority of their opponents, how they're trying to go about winning a football game here. There's something at least appealing with that. In this particular case with the Giants on Sunday, I just don't see it. There's nothing appealing about. I don't need to evaluate Kafka. I'm not excited about that. The defense has been the same old story. I mean, maybe do I want to see Abdul Carter start to pop a little bit?
That'd be nice. Get some sacks.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I just feel like too much damage has been done. The one draw, and it's a major draw for the Giants, is Jackson Dart. That's been the one draw for a while. But at least you had the Dable hanging on for dear life. Can he save his job? Can he right the ship? Are they going to be competitive and win these games? And we know what happened. He had opportunities opportunity. He didn't get it done. He's now out. What's left to be determined on Sunday, especially without Jackson Dart?
Well, there's not much. And again, I'm not trying to convince everybody that this is a platinum game. I mean, it's a one-star game. I mean, it's one of the least interesting games on the schedule for the entire NFL.
Yeah.
I think we all get that. But, one thing that I would like to see from Kafka, because you've got to choose something to evaluate here, I want to see if he has any interaction with the defense. We didn't really see that a lot from Dable. He was always wrapped up in the offense. Like, is it a different approach? I know you're going to see a situation, I can promise you, if the Giants have, 4th and 1 from the 1, they're going for a touchdown with Kafka. They're not going to go for a field goal like they did last week that drove everybody nuts. So, I want to see his energy. I want to see his poise. I want to see his command of, you talk about leader of men. It's hard to get a sense of somebody when they're calling plays or they're just involved in one little specific, a nook and cranny of a team. Let's see him, on the side. See what you got.
Would
see
you
what
be?
you look like.
So would you said that you think they would be. Would you be open to bringing Kafka in if he does? Well, bringing him back
a little bit, because I don't want Gruden. Some of the other, I don't want Belichick at this point. I know you like Flores. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Tomlin's going to shake free from the Steelers. I don't know that the Giants will get creative enough to make a big trade to get somebody. Listen, I mean, if the Ravens kept losing, I could see Harbaugh leaving, but they're winning now. And I don't think he's going to go. So he's not my first choice. Am I at least curious enough to see what he looks like and what they look like? Yeah,
I respect it. You're selling me a little bit.
am.
I'm happy for him because I think the greatest gift you could get in life is opportunity. And I know it sucks when somebody else gets fired. Dable had to get fired for Kafka to have his opportunity, but he's got in his world the greatest opportunity you could get. I've got 7 games to be a head coach. I'm in control of this team. I'm going to show the world what I could do. So for him, I get it. Is there mild intrigue in that regard? I guess. I personally don't think the Giants can sell bringing back really anybody that had any significant impact on this staff next year. If I were going to do that, I'd rather just keep Brian Dable. Me personally.
I got you.
I get why they moved on. I think it was the right thing.
You had to.
But then for me, it's just a clean house situation. Get everybody else out. BT and Sal on the Fan. Let's get back to the calls here. Talking some Jets and Giants on this Football Friday. 888-808-1019. Rudy calling from Selden. What's up, Rudy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Rudy.
Yeah, exactly.
Rudy.
I may watch that this weekend.
Why don't you act like a captain, son?
I've been a big fan of you guys for a long time, and I've been listening to you for a while, my thing is with Aaron Glenn. Listen, first things first, I mean, the Jets season's over. It's done. Right now, as you guys know, this is like an evaluation for next year, I would think, the players. The wins and losses don't matter right now. The season was over 4 weeks ago, right? I mean, that's the bottom line.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. But the point is with Aaron Glenn, he's on notice too. I mean, this doesn't like he's having this great season, as a head coach. I mean, some of his decision making has been good, but where it counts with the quarterback, right? His decision making has been terrible. He has no idea. He didn't even know when to pull the quarterback. And my question is this: how can you trust him at this point? If we do get a brand new quarterback next year, first to cultivate a brand new guy,
yeah,
right? How can you?
How can you trust him?
He doesn't even know when to pull his own quarterback now. A veteran quarterback. He's gonna take a brand new kid and show him the ropes.
So you're worried about Aaron Glenn being the head coach for a top 5 or a top 10 pick? I got you. I think that's fair.
No way. I cannot see him developing a brand new quarterback.
Right, but you don't know that he can't.
Correct.
You could say that, Rudy. This is his first year as a head coach. He's been the head coach for 10 games. His first year. So I don't know. You don't know. You have to go based off what he's learning as he goes. Obviously, he's not perfect, but I see progression here. I've seen the Jets get better and improve without, by the way, their best talent, whether it be via trade or injury. They have improved under Glenn. So I don't know if he's going to develop the next guy or not. What I do know is it's year 1 and we're learning about Aaron Glenn.
Fair enough. But you base that on Aaron Glenn's coaching? Or is the players stepping up, knowing that they're being evaluated right now, because they all are, right? This is the next year. I mean, I don't think it's all that's due to the coaching. I mean, honestly. And listen, I love Aaron Glenn. I'm a Jet fan forever. I've been a Jet fan for 50 years. I love him as a player, right? So, I love him. BT, you and I love all the same teams. That's why I listen to you every day. I love the Knicks.
Yeah, but we see Glenn differently. I'm surprised that
Glenn, well, I'm sorry. I mean, Aaron Glenn has shown nothing. I mean, has he shown? I mean,
I think so.
What has he shown?
Yeah,
Rudy, what'd you want to see?
I want to see some decision making. He's making bad decisions throughout these games. You guys seen it.
Rudy, he's a rookie head coach. Rudy,
how can you not pull the quarterback yesterday? How can you not pull him? How can you not pull him?
Okay, thank you for the call, Rudy. I don't want Justin Fields to start the next game because I think that if it is about the evaluation, which clearly it is, I've got to give some receivers who, by the way, Mechie and Mitchell, both show an ability to at least get open and get a little separation. Mechie more kind of finding a soft spot as a slot guy and Mitchell just being a freak athlete running a 4-3 change. And I've got to have somebody that, if they're open or when they're open, can at least throw the football like a pro. Now, I think if that doesn't happen, I'll be disappointed. Guys, the bottom line is this. Justin Fields is averaging 116, listen to this stat, 116 yards passing this year, which is by far the lowest in the NFL, and the lowest since 2022. Guess what happened in 2022? He was the quarterback of the Bears who had the lowest since now.
So he
can't throw.
The knock then would be, well, who brought him in?
Well, yes, and that's why I do say that. He's got to take a little dent on that.
Well, Muji and Glenn. I don't know if it was...
No, for sure. Yeah.
But they brought him in, and he's not good enough, and we knew that. But they needed a quarterback that they thought that they could just be competitive with. What they did on that first drive, one Jets drive. What they did last night on that first Jets drive.
You said that a couple of years ago against the Chiefs, too.
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
Zach was good that night. I thought Zach was going to be awesome after that.
It wasn't about
he looked so good that night.
Yeah, it was one drive. Everyone was hanging on the one Jets drive. Anyway, that to me was the model. That's what I was expecting to see the majority of the season. Maybe a little more running the football with Breece Hall as well. Mm-hmm. But they were supposed to be built behind the strength of an offensive line.
Yeah, remember, Allen got hurt. They would have run more.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to sneeze here. Got to hold that in.
I'll give you an early salute here. I'll finish your thought, too. Think about this. So the caller brought up the fear about Glenn handling a young quarterback. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rookie. Did Campbell develop Goff, or was Campbell there, changed the culture, and Goff was already kind of established in terms of who he was?
Yeah, and the Rams and Sean McVay didn't want Goff. They made him available, and the Lions turned him into a franchise quarterback.
Because they got studs around them. They drafted a great left tackle, got a great receiver in Ramon St. Brown. I mean, come on.
Here's the bottom line with Glenn.
Tight end.
You can believe whatever, you could think he's good, you could see potential, or you could say, I don't see what I want to be seeing from him. We're all learning about him in year one. He's a rookie head coach. He's going to make mistakes. To me, the best signs are that he's not repeating some of those follies that he had, the way that he butchered the end of halves or whatever we saw early on. I see progress when I look at the New York Jets. And you also have to factor in that they have extremely limited talent right now. So I don't know. Can I sit here definitively and say he's going to be the guy to develop the franchise quarterback and get them out of the abyss? I believe right now, I wouldn't have hired a rookie head coach for all those reasons. But I believe that they're set up nicely. And I think it's gone better than I thought that it would as we still learn and evaluate what Aaron Glenn is. I actually believe more, yes, he can be the guy to get them out than I do the other way. And no, he's definitively not it. Let's move on.
And then you extend it to the general manager, the tandem, the duo, and I would agree. I mean, there's early flickers of hope here that are noticeable. Now, if you're looking for negatives and ignoring some of the, smallish improvements, that's okay. I get it. If you're just buried by this negativity of the jet avalanche that's going to suffocate no matter who's here, I get it. Maybe you're not as resilient as some of us. You can't plow through that,
Yeah, unkillable.
That's right, exactly. So that's not my problem. That's yours. But if you want to do that, that's okay. One thing, though, quick, fast. Yeah. Two things. Number one, the offensive line is set up much better for whomever comes in. Right. That's good. Number two, I do need to see a little more consistency in this regard. You fumble a kickoff early in the season, you get cut. You don't do your job as a linebacker, you get benched. Quit. Now, that's got to apply to the quarterback as well.
Okay. I can
it's
understand.
got to.
And at this point, now I thought Fields gives them the best chance to win games over Tyrod Taylor. At this point, if they made a change at quarterback, I'm okay with it. I need to see what it would look like after that. But if Glenn feels that it's the best chance to give them an opportunity to win, so be it. Let's get a Giants call in here before we break. Connor's in Middletown. What's up, Connor?
Hey, what's up, boys? Haven't called in a long time. Love the show. You guys are doing great. Just wanted to call in. I'd be remiss if I didn't start off by, saying that the man's talent is off the charts. I mean, his pure pass rush ability is absolutely, it's amazing. But something I just feel like it's not talked about enough is that, this guy at the beginning of the season asked for LT's number, Lawrence Taylor's number, and just to see the actual effort that he's having when the ball is being ran downfield, he looks like he's jogging and he's checked out. Anytime he wants to take a play off, he does that spin move thing and it's completely blocked. And he's like, all right, next play. And it's, with everything that's going on with Dable and Shane and Bowen and all everything. I feel like this is just being brushed under the rug, and this guy's talent, he just completely failed us up to this point, and it's really disheartening to kind of just see it.
I thought, Connor, Abdul Carter was going to be a game-changing beast. He has not been.
So did I.
We haven't seen it.
We both said it. We wanted them to draft him.
Yeah, and I think a guy like that comes in and, LT, he says, I want that number, asks for it. I think he maybe played up a little bit. He's got to play possessed, and he's not. Kayvon's putting his body on the line. Burns is putting his body on the line week in and week out. You can see it on the tape. The last 2 weeks has been despicable, and I hope he's listening to this because
I doubt it.
I'm a diehard Giants fan, and it's really it's insane. And I hope to see a little bit of better.
Pass along the message to him. Hoff will see him in the locker room. Connor, thank you for the call, Hoff. Let him know that Connor in Middletown there doesn't appreciate the effort from Abdul Carter.
Let him know.
No problem. I'll send him a note.
Imagine like in 10 years, guys, like the Warriors draft, whomever, number 2 or number 3, and he wants Steph's number. And he comes out and in year 1, he's shooting, 24% from downtown. Now, to be fair, I know Carter's been sniffing around the quarterback a lot. I know about the pressures, guys. You don't have to text us and tweet us. We know.
It's great. Congrats. You could sneeze on the quarterback. Can you sack him? You're getting paid to sack the quarterback, not get near him, not almost touch him, not sneeze on him or cough. Oh, I breathed it on him, Coach. What's that count for? Well, he's got no sacks, but he's got a half a breath on him. Actually, you got to get to him and take him down.
That's the new stat, a half a breath. He's got a half a sack. Yeah. He's got a ton of pressures, but I do think that those will translate into sacks. I do. Put it this way, like watching Carter year 1 versus watching Kayvon Thibodeau year 1, I like Carter better.
Me too. And I'm not even going to get caught up in the number thing. I know that was a big controversy, and it raises the expectations. He did that to himself, which is fine. But then you got to go out there and ball. Yeah. You got to be a beast. Mm-hmm. I think the Giants deserve a knock. And by the way, this goes back to preseason games where he was getting trucked.
Yes, against the Jets, that happened.
And I'm like, I didn't expect that. A dude that
remember on that chip block, he got laid out.
He wants LT's number, and you're getting trucked like that in the preseason.
Was that Isaiah Davis?
And then
who hammered him? Was that Beck?
I forget. And then he took to social media to defend himself. I thought it was a little bit of a soft.
Well,
I thought it was a little soft.
Okay,
and now there's not a knock on his character, but he's a young kid. It's different. They don't make him like they used to. Not exactly the Carl Banks type going out there as a killer. So that was the first. I remember we talked about this, and I was like, I don't know, man. That was the first.
I remember talking about it.
And now then the Giants play him out of position the first couple of weeks. I don't think that helped. I think he still could be a very productive player. But I wanted what Brian Burns is doing. That's what I was expecting from Abdul Carter.
I just expected. I forget what term you used, but I remember he's going to be a game wrecker.
Yeah.
Like I thought there'd be. Strip sacks from behind. And really because I knew that, now I don't know that I thought Burns would be quite this good in terms of he might get 20-something sacks, whatever it's going to be. We all know Burns is a hell of a player, but he's been, beyond elite this year, and he was good last year. He's been better this year. I thought Carter, number one, I believe in his talents, but I just thought the attention that Burns would get and the attention that Dexter Lawrence would get would just open up a lane for Abdul Carter to do some things that won some games for the Giants, and we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and you know what? You'll have a chance to go out there and see Abdul Carter firsthand. Packers, Giants, tickets. When we come back, I know. I got the read. Hold on. I'm trying to promote the. Aren't we giving away tickets when we come back? Hoff, are we giving away tickets when we come back or no?
Yes, we are. We're giving away Giants tickets coming back.
So I'm trying to.
He was leading up to it. I can tell.
And we got Abdul Carter. You want to go see him? You got Giants, Packers. Who wouldn't want Jameis Winston? Forget all the stuff I was saying before. It's going to be a great, exciting, fun game. We got Giants, Packers.
Couple of tight ends out there, Sal, making plays when they don't drop them in the end zone.
Hey, maybe it's the first game of the Kafka reign. Who knows? This could be the one. You could say that you were there to see it when he started the turnaround. We'll do that when we come back. As for the read, for over 92 years, Approved Oil has been. They're both in my ear at the same time. Approved Oil, I got it. I'm holding
timing
it.
about as good as Dove's on that one.
For over 92 years, Approved Oil has been the leading heating oil dealer in New York. And right now, with low rates, it's the perfect time to lock in your price for winter before the cold weather pushes prices up. Don't wait. Call today and lock in your savings and enjoy a worry-free season. Approved Oil has been delivering a brighter, warmer tomorrow for almost a century, backed by superior services and unmatched reliability. When it comes to your home heat, it has to be Approved Oil. Visit freezetherate.com or call 718-238-1050.
The Emirates NBA Cup is on WFAN.
In the lane, the lob for Clowney, trying to one-handed.
The Nets play the Magic. 7 o'clock tonight.
Gets it to go.
The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio app.
Mnexspike COVID-19 vaccine mRNA by Moderna is now available and easy to find near you. To learn more, visit mnexspike.com. That's MNEXSPIKE.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Dunkin's $6 meal deal is here for the holidays. Enjoy a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium iced or hot coffee, all for $6. It's got everything you need to keep your holiday season running. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead directly on the Dunkin' app. After all, the holidays run on Dunkin'. No substitutions, participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, football fans, tune in this week to kick off with Boomer and Valenti, where the guys break down the biggest headlines and storylines from across the NFL. Kickoff with Boomer and Valenti is brought to you by the Home Depot. When the job calls for the best, call on Makita. Available at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
At Audi Manhattan, experience best-in-class service in the heart of New York. Visit their Audi flagship store today, conveniently located on 55th and 11th. Audi Manhattan, where luxury meets excellence.
Head to SNY for all the latest offseason news and rumors.
A very busy and a very important offseason for the Mets.
With insider opinion.
What's your take on the deal?
And exclusive access.
Get it going here with Carlos Mendoza.
On Mets Hot Stove, Wednesdays at 6:30, only on SNY.
Hi, I'm Nick. And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box so that family memories would be safe and could always be enjoyed together. And starting now, we're offering listeners early access to our best deal of the year during our $9 tape sale. 1 million families and counting have trusted Legacy Box to convert their aging media because Legacy Box is safe, simple, and affordable. From fading over time to risks like fire and water damage, your videotapes, film reels, and photos aren't protected unless they're on a digital format. With the holidays approaching, don't wait. Simply fill your Legacy Box. We'll take care of the rest. It's the most meaningful thing you can do this holiday season, and the perfect time during our best sale of the year. Visit legacybox.com/value to get early access to our Black Friday sale and digitize your memories for only $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/value. legacybox.com/value.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network is expensive? Nada que ver. Bring in a bill from AT&T or T-Mobile to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. ¿Y ahora? ¿Qué vas a hacer with all those unwanted bills? Pues, how about a full-scale origami version of the Statue of Liberty? Fuera de broma. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to your local Verizon store in New York City today and we'll give you a better deal for you and tu familia. Rankings based on RedMetrics Root Score Report dated 1H2025. Your results may vary. Requires post-paid consumer mobile bill from T-Mobile or AT&T dated within the past 45 5 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
Listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Costa Sunday morning at 8 right here on The Fan. Nick will preview all the football action and get you ready for kickoff, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, The Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
All right, there you go. A little Giants music. Let's go. It is a Football Friday on The Fan. Caller number 10 at 866-540-WFAN. That's 866-540-9326. That's your chance to score a pair of tickets to see the G-Men, Big Blue, take on the Packers this Sunday, November 16th at MetLife Stadium. Now, we've got you covered before the game, and also we're going to throw in a pair of passes for a great pregame tailgate party with Savvy Seats taking place at American Dream Parking Deck B. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
There you go.
Tiki going to be there for that one?
I don't know. I will have to find out. I can text Tiki and find out. Win your way in now at 866-540-WFAN. That's 866-540-9326. And again, 2 p.m. hour with the aforementioned Tiki and Evan to go hang out, watch the Giants take on the Packers. The weather's going to be good, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the weather this weekend. It's been cold.
I always look at the weather. I told you, I'm a weather snob.
My wife sent me a video yesterday of a hailstorm that was taking place in our backyard. Did you get wind of that?
I remember what day was it this week? Maybe Monday or Tuesday. I came out and you and I were only 10 miles apart. There was like a little light snow dusting on the windshield, which is very rare. I mean, the whole weather patterns have changed since we were kids. And we've talked about this. I feel like when we were young, like on Halloween, it was freezing because I remember I had to bundle up and it took away from the good costume. You know what I mean? Right. Whereas now, like sometimes kids are running around in shorts, and it's almost like October has become April. I've said that before, or even May, early May. Whereas now April has become what October used to be.
You're going from the fall months to the spring. I was just thinking of it in my mind. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. In my mind, I felt like everything's just getting pushed back. October is now what September used to be. November is what October used to be. December is what November used to, you know what I'm saying? And
you
so,
can
like,
look at it that way, too. I just know from being on the baseball field so much, like it's, in April and May, but then, like, I mean, there's games we're playing in October and football, obviously, 73 degrees. I'm like, it feels like it's like late May.
So what's the temperature supposed to be on Sunday?
Mid-50s, sunny. It's going to be nice. That's not bad. That's great.
What was it when you went last week? You were at the Jet game.
It sucked, of course. It was rain. Now, it wasn't cold.
Right, okay.
But it was raining, it was raining. I mean, I'd rather be cold than wet. Come on, dude.
I don't know. It depends how cold. Because if I give you 70 degrees wet versus 20 degrees dry, which one would you take?
Yeah. Is the 70 degrees wet, is it a constant stream or is it like a little on and off? I mean, because to sit there in a deluge, which it wasn't, by the way, but at one point, when we went inside to the Corona Club, because we were in 216, once it came down consistently, I'm like, let's go. Like, but so I would but 70 and wet, I'd probably go 70 and wet rather than like 20 and wind and stuff.
See, that's why it's not the wetness that would bother me, although I hate, nobody knows how to drive in the rain, and then you got to get the umbrella in the rain, and there's usually a little wind that comes along with the rain, and then the umbrella is useless, so that I don't like.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about just going to a game, going to a stadium, you got your jersey on, your hoodie on, whatever.
A little skull cap action.
I'm thinking, I guess, the warmth in Miami rain, usually we're not getting 70 in rain here during the football season, but if it's not cold, I could deal with the wetness. Dude, sitting out at MetLife, the thought of being at MetLife Stadium for anything under 40 degrees to me is not appealing in any way, shape, or form whatsoever.
What was this? Was it Sunday night against Cincinnati, 2010? Or 2011, one of the first.
Wasn't there a Thursday night game?
I was there.
Playoffs?
No. It was the last regular. I was there for that game.
Okay.
That Thanksgiving game. I was there against the Bengals.
Okay,
that's not the game I'm referencing. There was a Sunday night game. I think it was the last game of the regular season. I think Jets smoked them.
Went on Thanksgiving, huh, to a football game.
I did. Yeah, no kids. We had just gotten engaged. It was actually a lot of fun. Took a few of my buddies. It was a blast, actually.
Interesting.
It was really fun. And I like the wind chill was like minus. It was unhealthy cold. I'll tell you this before we get back to the calls and forget about the weather stuff. Even playing golf. Now think about the weather when you and I played with Francesa.
Yeah.
Remember how nasty it was?
Yes.
It was windy and wet, but give me, when I'm playing golf.
That was cold.
Yes, it was. Give me rain more than wind. I can't stand playing golf when it's windy. I can't stand it.
So you'd rather play in the rain?
I would actually.
Again, it would need to be warm. Hey, what's the difference for me? I don't really care. I suck either way.
I'm still going to shoot what I shoot.
Yeah, no matter what, I'll be sucking wind. All right, BT and Sal on the fan, 888-808-1019, the number to call. Mark is in Farmingdale. What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call. Love your show. Yeah, I was actually at that Bengals game. Had like 5 layers on.
Yeah.
Just won like 27-0.
Yeah, they crushed them.
Yep, but just real quick, 3 points. My daughter's a alumni. I know you're alumni at Marist. My daughter's a Marist freshman there, so just giving a shout out to her.
Let's go Foxes. God bless her.
And then AG with the media, as you said, BT, 100% agree with you. That is his plan, just to make it for him and to take all the onus on him and to try and control the media. I wanted to make a point about Woody. That was the main reason I called in. So I'm not a fan of Woody. Obviously, when he came out with those comments about Mike White, who played with like 5 broken ribs and told him he basically stunk in the locker room, I've never been a fan of him, and that even made it worse. But he had these comments about a couple weeks ago where he said, Jet fans know what we're doing. And after that, basically they traded their 2 best defensive players away. And do you think basically when he said that, look, we're tanking, we're going for the number 1 pick, and this is all a rebuild, do you think that was an innuendo there? And I had one more comment after that. But
I don't necessarily myself. What was the other comment, though? I don't know. I didn't take it that way.
All right, last comment. I love Sal's rant on Joe Shane. I actually gave him the moniker Joe Schmo when they actually hired him. But
I mean, come on, Mark. Be a little respectful here. But
I like that one. That's funny. Thanks for the call, Mark. I mean, I didn't do it. I wasn't saying that, but that's not a bad one. I wouldn't do it when he started, but that's not a bad one now. As a matter of fact,
it does fit a little bit now.
Yeah.
But he said when it started.
I'm disappointed I didn't come up with that myself. We got Mike Clown. We got Ben McAdoofus. Joe Schmo fits right in there.
You're going to lament that Mike Clown one, man. He's going to turn you into a believer. Watch.
No.
We got months to diagnose the Knicks. Don't worry.
He's won 50 games or whatever it is before with Sacramento. I didn't base calling him Mike Clown on what he did with the Knicks to start. You know where it's coming from. I just don't believe in him.
2-time coach of the year. Watch.
All right. Yeah, I'm watching. I saw the Magic bully them around.
Yeah, Magic, but they punked them.
The thing I liked about Mike Brown, though, was that he did. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. That he took accountability, no excuses, no nonsense.
No Brunson tonight. You got to play Miami. You know, it's. We haven't done a ton of Knicks yet, but we're getting to the point where we're going to start doing it.
You have to understand something. I'm a Parcells disciple. I'm a Pat Riley.
Yes. From his coaching tree?
No, like they taught me. Yeah, they taught me sports and life.
So it's Charlie Weiss, it's Belichick, it's Sal Licata.
Pat Riley was like a second father to me. Well, no. Here's what I would say. Mike Francesa is part of the Parcells tree.
Yes.
Nobody would dispute that.
Yeah, no. They were buddies, and then they couldn't stand each other.
And I'm part of the Mike tree. Mm-hmm. Nobody can dispute that. So, But even before I knew Mike and worked with Mike, the Parcells book, his last season with the Jets, supposed to be his last season, first book I ever read. I loved Parcells. So my fandom and belief in sports and how things are done comes from Parcells, Pat Riley, and by extension of Riley, Van Gundy, and by extension of Van Gundy, Tom Thibodeau. Those are my core beliefs. Now, you have to evolve, of course, with the sport. You're talking about 30 years. Mm-hmm. But that's why, just to get back to the Mike Clown thing, I'm a Tibbs guy who, I was a Van Gundy guy, I was a Riley guy, I was a Parcells guy. Those guys to me are one way. Mike Brown is a totally different way. It doesn't mean he can't work. Mm-hmm. It just means that I don't believe in that being a sustainable, successful hire.
You are a loyal branch, you're a loyal branch of the tree. All right, so.
But they're all similar, you know what I'm saying?
Belichick. I love Parcells. I love the guy. Yeah. I absolutely love Parcells. So, real fast. Give me the 3. You have to do this. You can't say no. Give me the 3 best or whatever from the Francesa tree. I'm going to put you on it.
Myself included?
Of course.
All right,
I'm going to put you on there so you don't sound like a goof. I'll put you on it.
Oh, I mean, what do you mean?
I'm saying so you can stay humble. I'm putting you on it. I'm giving you the respect. I'm putting you on the tree.
Not the Mike and Chris tree?
No, we'll get to Chris. No. This is the Francesa tree.
I don't really know who else there is.
Is Moose McGonigal? Where's C-Mac from?
McGonigal. Yeah, C-Mac is on there.
Would Moose be on that tree, or is he more of a Mad Dog guy?
I mean, he was with Mike and the Mad Dog. Since Mike was solo.
Yeah. Carlin, a Francesa guy? I know they had a falling out, but...
I mean, again, I think that was a Mike and the Mad Dog. Moose and Carlin were both Mike and the Mad Dog guy.
Okay, but it's fair to say that Sal and C-Mac are from the Francesa tree?
Yes. Well, because I was there at the end of the Mike and the Mad Dog show.
Okay.
And then there at the beginning of the Mike solo show.
Okay, so there you go. So that is definitely applicable. Yeah. Now, give me two names, and I want to just see which tree is better, is what I'm getting after here.
Well,
now give me the two best branches from the Mad Dog tree. So we got Sal and C-Mac. That's good. That's good for the Francesa tree.
There's got to be more. I'm just not thinking of them off the top of my head.
I'm sure there's more.
Because, I mean, really, after me, is there really a list? No, there's got to be more.
The tree died.
There's got to be. Like,
it got fungus.
Jerry Recco worked on their show. Ian Eagle worked on their show.
Recco was on Mad Dog.
Well, I'm saying
Recco's a Mad Dog guy?
They were Mike and the Mad Dog. So you got Ian Eagle coming from that
Is
tree.
Birdman more Mad Dog or Mike?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him that. I really don't know.
All right, so you don't have anybody for the Mad Dog tree? What about Shine?
Moose,
I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
No, I think Moose is a Mad Dog guy.
All right, so Moose on the Mad
but
Dog
again,
tree.
He was Mike and
I know.
If
but
you're just separating.
We're trying to get a little
Dog
separate.
never worked here solo, so I don't. It's hard to.
Yeah, but Dog had his guys. I mean, Dog was close with certain guys, and Mike was close with certain. Who? Gio, Mad Dog, or Mike? Well, I know he's not Mike.
I would probably guess Mad Dog.
Okay, so now this Mad Dog tree is looking pretty good. It might be dwarfing the Mike tree.
I'd still take the Mike tree. Come on.
Who cares?
Exactly right. BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019, the number to call. Back to your calls on the other side. Well, Nick Costo's coming up later on. He'll get you set. Week 11. You know, I was actually looking at the fantasy schedule. There's like 4 more weeks of fantasy football before the playoffs. Hard to believe how fast it goes. You probably haven't checked it in weeks.
No, I have, but I'm like 500 or maybe a game above. It's just like very listless. Anyway, I haven't made one trade. I've been very quiet on the waiver wire. Really, I'm pretty much like Woody. I'm just an awful owner, really, if you think about it. Operating engineers, Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move, whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium. They build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure that we all rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build New York and New Jersey. Let's get you the Odyssey Sports Minute coming at you now. Brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. Make the right choice. Don't drive impaired.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The New England Patriots may be 9-2 under Mike Vrabel, but their gaudy record comes with context. New England's 27-14 win over the Jets marks their 8th straight, yet they've played the NFL's second easiest schedule and not a single opponent with a top 10 defense. Rookie Travion Henderson again powered the offense and Drake May stayed steady, but questions linger about how this team will fare when the real tests arrive. I'm Maggie Gray.
Who's ready to hit the ice? It'll be another exciting hockey season with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss any of the action on the ice by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements, rewards may vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Great deals are waiting for you at your local Kia dealer during the Kia Season of New Traditions sales event. So, gift yourself some savings and drive home a capable Kia SUV or powerful Kia sedan today.
I just got a text out of the blue from my ex-girlfriend. She said, just so you know, I'm seeing this new guy. And I wrote back, oh, wow. And then she was like, what, you didn't think I was ever going to date ever again? And I said, no, I just didn't remember signing up for the push notifications.
Sam Morril, the Eras Tour.
I'd like to hear less from you and the Huffington Post, if possible.
December 4th, Stern Auditorium, Perlman Stage at Carnegie Hall. Get tickets now at carnegiehall.org. Don't miss Sam Morril.
Alrighty, folks, for weeks now, you've heard me speak about my new favorite water, Elevate Hydrogen-Infused Super Water. But did you know that Elevate isn't just the cleanest, most advanced water on the planet? Its potential benefits are actually backed by over 1,600 plus scientific studies. And just speaking for myself, I do feel quite amazing when I'm drinking it. So the question is, where can you pick up your Elevate? Well, if you do live in the 5 boroughs, why not stop by your local Walgreens or Duane Reade? And if you're not local, check out Elevate at Amazon for complimentary shipping. Drink Elevate, as I do.
Boomer here. If you care about cooking your meat to perfection as much as I do, the IQ Sense Smart Meat Thermometer from Chef IQ wirelessly monitors your food's internal temperature in real time and pairs with the Chef IQ app to tell you when it's time to flip, rest, and serve. So there's no guesswork, there's no overcooking, just perfect USDA safe temps every single time. It even connects to the new Chef IQ mini oven for hands-off precision cooking. So why not grab yours today at chefiq.com, code word BOOMER to save 30% at checkout.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
out of data?
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
A mix of clouds and sun. Breezy, high 51.
Weather brought to you by Robert Half. Our recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI will find you the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
BT South back on the Fan. But Nick Costo's coming up next hour. Perfect parlay pick segment. See if we can get off the mat here. At least BT and I. As we've struggled here with the perfect parlay picks. We'll do that in the 1 o'clock hour. Busy football Friday. Some stuff happening in the hot stove yesterday. There was, you mentioned the Joel Sherman thing about Nimmo. There was also something about McNeil.
Saw that.
I think that was John Heyman had that. Those two guys have been on top of it here about McNeil potentially being traded. I guess the Mets weren't actively pursuing trading him, but teams were calling the Mets about McNeil. I mean, the Alonso market, Diaz saying that he thought it was 50-50, that he comes back. I'm sorry. And we talked about before, joking around about the coaching trees with Parcells or Tibbs or Riley, whatever. I also would have a firm stance on this stuff. And I know you got to play the game to a certain extent. I wouldn't be willing to do the dance, BT. I tell Diaz, look, we gave you the deal you wanted last time. Do you want to be back or not? Like, let's not play free agent footsie here all offseason long. If you want the most money, that's fine. You're going to go get more money elsewhere because the Mets also have to protect themselves, and the Yankees too. But in this particular case, the Mets, you have to protect yourself from being used. So how do you protect yourself from being used? You go out there and say, we want you back. Here's the offer. And this is it. David Stearns is not stupid. He has an idea of what the market's going to be and an idea of what he would want to pay Diaz. If I could come up with parameters for Alonso or Diaz, in Alonso's case, it was 6 for 180, and then, okay, well, if they counter real quick with 6 for 200, all right, I'm going to do that. So you could come up with parameters and have a early negotiation. And you could also get a feel for saying, if you want to play the market like Diaz, here's what we would give you. I'll give you 4 years, 80, whatever it may be, 4 years, $75 million. And he says, nah, I think I'm going to get more. Then I would say, thank you for your service, Edwin. We really loved you. Here's a trumpet. Now get the hell out of here. Enough.
Here's a trumpet.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you got to have some.
That's
what are you
funny,
going to do?
dude.
Let him hold you over a barrel or whatever?
I don't know if you would be the best executive of all time or the absolute worst.
All right. Well, how would you handle it?
I think I'd be a little softer than that, and only because you've got to respect these guys get to free agency once or twice. You know what I mean?
You ever see Mr. Deeds?
Yes, I did see Mr.
Okay.
Of course, Sandler. Absolutely.
So when the Sandman is having the negotiations with the quarterback for the Jets, right?
Yeah.
and the quarterback thinks one thing or whatever, and remember his father had to yell at him and apologize for the way that he handled himself. But the Sandman, Mr. Deeds, handled that how you should. There's a right and a wrong way. I'm all for paying you what you're worth, what the market says. Let's not play the game. You're 50-50. If we come back, I don't know what they want. Well, here's what I know. If I'm talking to Diaz in this case, if I'm Steve Cohen, here's what I know, Edwin. You were a free agent a few years back. You wanted the big contract, you wanted to be here, and I wanted you back. And what did we do? We gave you 5 years, $100 million. You chose to opt out of that contract. You also were hurt for one of those full years, by the way. After we paid you $100 million, you didn't perform for a full year. You've also been inconsistent. You've been good, and you're one of the best closers, and we love you, but you've also been inconsistent. We also won 83 games with you. If I could win 83 games with you, I could win 83 games without you. Now, maybe you leave that part out because that's a little personal. But you get the point.
Mr. I'm good. I'm going to go somewhere else.
All right. See you later.
Talk about putting the guy in the corner. You're trying to recruit him or you're trying to kick him in the ass out the door.
I hit him with the hard stuff first. And then I would say, I'll be, what do you think you're worth? And then, okay, here's where I think you're worth.
I hear you.
And then
I just think that you do that stuff more in arbitration, where, again, I'm not even saying you're wrong. You did win 83 games with them. Here's the bottom line. Whether it's Pete, whether it's Diaz, whether it's McNeil, whether it's Nimmo, the next World Series game we watch with the Mets will be the first with this crew. So, I'm not talking about 2015. I'm talking about this crew. Yeah. So I am open to everything. And, I've said before, I think there's very, very little chance that both Pete and Diaz are back. And if I'm running the Mets, I'm not bringing both back. I don't need them both. I really don't. I think I'd prefer Pete over Diaz. I do. But I'm not moving mountains in terms of tacking on extra years and going bonkers with the money to make sure Pete Alonso stays with the Mets. No disrespect. That's just how I've got to frame my team moving forward because they got a lot of work to do.
One thing I respect, and it's not always the case with the Yankees, and I'm not saying the Mets never are decisive about it, but the Yankees last year, for example, wanted Soto. They go to whatever lengths they wanted to go to for Soto. When there's a line drawn, they need to draw the line. Fine. Okay, here's our offer, our best offer. Take it. Great. Not, we're going to pivot. He takes the Mets offer. What do? They pivot immediately.
Yeah.
Not, let's play free agent footsie with everybody and see what comes to us. Identify, we want Fried. They already had plan B in place. They go get Fried. You want 8 years? All right, we really don't want to do that. We'll give you the 8 years. Boom, done. On to the next. Bellinger, boom, done.
Devin Williams. Not
being held up by Alonso or Diaz.
But it's November, whatever. I don't think the Mets are being held up.
But last
year they were.
Okay, and the trajectory is going to be similar. This didn't happen with Diaz in 2022, which leads me to believe that things are different from where the Mets stand, which I understand and respect.
Sure.
It's a very simple, you either want the player or you don't want the player. They're operating in the gray area where we want the players, but... And I don't operate in gray areas. And that's where maybe we have the difference.
Okay, so I also don't really care what Stearns is saying because he's got to say something. You go to these, what did Off just say?
No, something bad in my ear. It's not even funny.
Not even funny?
No. BS, that was great.
Okay, well, why do you say it on the air then?
Yeah. I was just saying that Sal is admitting he doesn't operate in butts.
You see? You say I told you it wasn't funny. You wanted it on the air.
Yeah. That didn't. Yeah, I got it.
I'm not going to go down in the anals.
Exactly. All right, so go ahead. Sorry.
What the hell was they saying?
I don't know, dude. You asked for it. You got it.
Yeah. I should not have called for that to come on. You were right. All right. I think it's not. I'm just not wrapped up in what Stearns is saying because you have to say something. That's what I was going. You can't go to the winter meetings. Is it the GM or it's the GM meetings?
Right?
The GM, I was getting
winter meetings coming up in December.
Yeah, for sure. You can't go to the GM meetings as a GM and say no comment, guys. No. You got to say something.
Do you think he's lying, though?
No, I think that he's very intelligent, and I think that he's straddling the fence of, well, the door's open, but if the door closes, I didn't say anything that will be held against me in terms of being contradictory to what I previously said. Because I think, I want Pete. We like Pete. Pete's been a great Met, but it was never so definitive where if he goes to the Red Sox, Met fans will be like, dude, you told us for sure he was going, what are you doing? I think that's just playing, it's playing the game.
I know, but if they wanted the player, they would just get the player like they wanted Soto.
It's November. What's the date? November
I'm not saying they're not going to get him.
It's November 14th.
I'm not saying they're not going to get him, and I believe that they do want them back at what they believe is a good value.
But is that a bad thing? At a bad value?
Okay, so
I mean, at a good value, pardon me.
Well, but did they say that with Juan Soto?
Juan Soto's different.
I understand. But that's the point. They wanted Juan Soto. They wanted Yamamoto. It wasn't, we want Yamamoto, but it was, we want Yamamoto. And they did everything in their power to get Yamamoto. They wanted Soto. They did everything in their power to get Soto. They don't want Pete like that. That's clear. So I don't need to hear him say, I don't want Pete, because I do believe he does want Pete back. But he doesn't want him back enough to stop with this nonsense. Dude, it's been 2 years of it. You're going to drag it out again? Pete earned it. I think he was the Mets' most valuable player a year ago. Where is your lineup going to be without him? That's why I'm saying just get it out in front of this. Stop doing the dance and waiting for everybody else. What do you think the market's going to be? What does Pete want? Find out what Pete wants. He wants 6 or 7 years. I'll give you 6 years, $180 million. You think you can beat that? How much are you going to beat that by? You want to be here or not? And if you get to a point where you don't feel comfortable, then you could let him walk. But I would just do that now as opposed to waiting to see the market develop.
I think that could have more of an adverse effect than letting it drag out and just kind of going through the natural development of the market. Because if I pretend you're Pete, right?
Yeah.
Think about what Pete went through last year. You know, now Pete had a down year, but Pete's had a really prolific power career. He's had some big seasons, man. He's been a great Met. And Pete had to sit there and sit by the side of the road when everybody, Soto's getting sweets and this guy's getting that. And I'm sure it bothered him because he's human, and it should have bothered him. And I come to you after last year and I say, all right, Pete, here's what we're offering. 5 years at 160. I could be off on that. Or even 6 or whatever it might be. And that's it. We got to know. Like, there's no room to negotiate. Here's what we're doing. Do you want to stay?
Yeah.
Like, that to me is not opening up a productive dialogue. If I'm Pete, I'm on the defensive a little bit. I'm like, whoa. All right, let's at least give me just grant me, even if you just tickle it with no intention to do anything else, at least present it in a way where it makes me feel like you want me more than you did last year.
Okay, fair. And maybe the way I'm presenting it is not that way. I'm not worried about his feelings, but okay. Yeah, hey, Pete, it was so much fun watching you hit that historic home run in the Mets uniform. The way you ran those bases. Did I ever tell you how much I love polar bears? Boy, you're such a joy. I could do all that if I need to. Is that what you want? Tickle a little bit? Okay, fine. Eventually, it all leads to the same place. He wants money. I have money. I want him back because I believe in his power. How are we getting there? And by the way, BT, you could do it in a softer, more practical way where you can negotiate for a week or two now with the idea of, okay, we want this player. You want to be back. Let's hammer it out like they did with Diaz years ago. You could also counter and say maybe the advantage the Mets have is, well, we don't need to do that. Let's let the market.
Yeah, come back to us with your best offer. We got a massive checkbook. We'll see what happens. That's the way you should do it.
I know, but
rather than making the guy feel like I got to get the hell out of here.
No, but that could take till February. And I'm looking at, which it did last year.
It's not. This year's different for Pete. I think it's a different market.
But it did last year.
Because he had an awful year. It's different.
I'm just saying these things can drag out. Scott Boras is a pain in the ass.
He's a complete pain in the ass, and his corny quips. I can't stand it anymore. The stupid alliteration. It's just driving me nuts. But I would wrap up this part of the conversation this way. As long as it doesn't stretch out to a point where it gets in my way of doing things that I need to do, and we're not at that point yet, then I'm okay with it. If we get to that point, well, now I've got to take a page from your playbook, and I've got to be a little bit more direct.
Which is what happened.
You want to stay here or no, Pete?
Which is what happened last year, and then they moved on, and then he came crawling back, and they came to the agreement. BT and Sal on the Fan. Reset down with the king topic of the day when we come back. 888-808-1009. Jets, Giants, Football Friday on the Fan.
It's Evan and Kiki. Afternoons on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
A lot of it is on the coaches, obviously, but ultimately you are judged by the bottom line, and the bottom line for Dave's was not good enough.
Listen to Evan and Kiki on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. FanDuel is dropping limited time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo. It's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour every Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Visit FanDuel.com/Boomer to grab your reward before the clock expires. That's FanDuel.com/Boomer. Now, we all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid fast. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Embrace the spirit of the season during the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration and make dreams come true at Mercedes-Benz of Edison. With over 500 vehicles to choose from, you'll find the perfect holiday gift for the one you love. Celebrate the season in true luxury at Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Head to SNY for all the latest offseason news and rumors.
A very busy and a very important offseason for the Mets.
With insider opinion.
What's your take on the deal?
And exclusive access.
Get it going here with Carlos Mendoza.
On Mets Hot Stove. Wednesdays at 6:30. Only on SNY.
You think you understand how this business works, but you don't.
Landman, TV's biggest phenomenon, returns to Paramount Plus. From Taylor Sheridan, co-creator of Yellowstone, starring Billy Bob Thornton.
You have to know the rules of the game and bend them. And you really have to know them to break them.
Demi Moore.
I want success. Get it for me.
Andy Garcia, Ali Larter, and Sam Elliott.
You don't even know the game you're playing, do you?
Landman, new season, streaming November 16th, only on Paramount Plus.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off, because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Wake up with Boomer and Gio. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 12 o'clock. I'm Andrew Bogish. Your Sports Flash is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. And by Audi Manhattan, where luxury meets excellence. At Audi Manhattan, experience best-in-class service in the heart of New York. Visit the flagship store today, conveniently located at 55th and 11th. Audi Manhattan, where luxury meets excellence. After just 116 passing yards last night in New England, the Jets on pace for the NFL's most anemic air attack since 2022. But at least for Thursday Night Football, Breece Hall says Justin Fields was not the problem.
Justin played his tail off today. He put the ball out there. We just got to do a better job of making plays for him. You know, not every ball is going to be perfect. And not every situation is going to be ideal. But at the end of the day, you got to still find a way to make a play. So I feel like as a skill group, you know, we got to do a better job of making it easier for our O-line and quarterback.
There was that A.D. Mitchell drop last night. Hall only ran for 58 yards, 9 fewer than Fields did. The Nets have upgraded Day'Ron Sharpe to available for tonight's game with the Magic in Brooklyn here on the Fan. The Knicks hosting the Heat, both tipping just after 7. These are NBA Cup games. Fan weather is sponsored by the FanDuel Sportsbook at the Meadowlands Racetrack. Get all your parlays, money line, and prop wagers made on all the sports action at the Meadowlands Racetrack's FanDuel Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook in North America. 21 plus to wager and present in New Jersey. Gambling problem? Dial 1-800-GAMBLER. It's 48 degrees, partly sunny in Central Park, and that's what's happening. Sports Flashes, top of every hour. I'm Andrew Booth.
WFAN on this Friday now afternoon, Football Friday afternoon. We started the show. We can spin it forward here, BT. We started the show talking about the Jets last night. I feel proud, maybe a little strong, but I thought overall, if you look at where the Jets are at as an organization, this is an evaluation year. It's year one with a new rebuild, new general manager, rookie head coach. To me, you'd be looking for progress, and I think we've seen that. I thought the Jets were going to get smoked last night. I thought maybe another embarrassing effort the way that we saw against Buffalo in week 2, and they come out right out of the gate with the aggressive decision from Aaron Glenn, the smart decision to receive the football. The announcers were questioning it, and they drive right down the field. That would be the model for the Jets to have success the rest of the season, that one Jets drive that they had in that game. I know they scored another touchdown. I know they had some silly penalties that ended up costing them. They have nowhere near the talent that New England does at this point, but I thought overall an effort, at least a game that, all right, maybe Proud's a little strong, but you can see the building blocks and the foundation being put in place.
Yeah, I agree with that, Sal. I mean, listen, we're in a place now, and I don't really know when it started. I don't even really care to try to figure that out right now. Whenever it started, but everybody's in a race to have these grand declarative statements so that they can say they were first in line and they nailed it. This guy's going to be the next Parcells. This guy's a bust. This guy's the next Hall of Fame quarterback. Sometimes you got to let things breathe, guys. I mean, sometimes you have to let it breathe. And to me, stopping short of declarative statements, because I don't know. I mean, even though I love what Muji's done, I can't say that he's going to be a great executive. I like what I'm seeing so far. I'm just looking for evidence, to your point. I'm looking for some signs that can at least lead me in a direction that I might ultimately change my mind in terms of going to. Like, and the little breadcrumb trail recently about the Jets, whether it's the GM or the coach, is favorable. And I like what I'm saying. Whether it's a mindset, whether it's a couple of wins, whether it's having a productive bye, because they're ready to play that week coming off the bye, whether it's making some transformative trades that we'll see if they work out, but being bold and being, proactive enough to do that and confident enough to do that. There's a little evidence that they may have gotten this right. They were supposed to get smoked last night.
Yeah.
I don't know what you expected to get, I'm just not going to say, and I said this as soon as I opened up the podcast. It's out there if you guys want to check it out, the Unkillable Pod. I did it last night as I always do after a game. I just find it wherever you find your pods. I'm like, guys, I'm not going to just scream and shout because it's entertaining. Like, to scream and shout when the expectations are very, very minimal, that's not something that I have any interest in doing anymore. I'm sure I've done it at certain points in my career, but I got to react to the dearth of talent. They just don't have a lot of horses right now. What the hell do you expect?
Also, think about the alternative, where the Jets started their season 0-7. The people were saying that Aaron Glenn is in over his head and doesn't know what he's doing, and this could be the comp was Rich Kotite. I mean, that's never a name that you want to be compared to ever in anything. That's what people were talking about. Rich Kotite. Forget Adam Gase. It was, oh my God, is Aaron Glenn Rich Kotite? Could this be a one and done? Is he that bad? Are the Jets going to go winless? That was the thought. And actually, I felt like they were going to go winless after the Carolina game. That's after picking them to beat the Bucs. I picked them to beat the Panthers. I thought they'd win some games. And then you've seen since then, they have gotten better. I know the Bengals stink, but still the Jets were able to win a game. I know the Browns stink, still able to win a game on special teams and then compete against a Patriots team that is far, far more talented than they are. So if you look back at the last 3 games for the Jets, I think there's progress here, not to mention the trades that they made that set them up nicely to pounce over the next 2 years to try to build this thing the right way. It is year one, building a foundation. There are going to be growing pains. Let them do their work, especially when you see some progress, and that's what I saw last night.
They're not trying to take a shortcut for the first time ever. Anytime we thought that we were sitting through, the early stages of a real Jets rebuild, it wasn't really a rebuild. I mean, because think about all the veteran quarterbacks, and Boomer could still play, so I'm not really talking about Boomer. When they got Boomer was still pretty good. But some of the other guys they brought in here, they just couldn't play. Now, Rodgers could still play. And I think he had more juice than Boomer had at that point. The Jets just misused him and he got hurt. But there was the shortcut was always, let's make a hasty trade. Let's, we're one player away, so let's burn this top pick on that position, even though it might not be the perfect fit. This is different. They are stripping it down. They are collecting assets. They are finding out who's got the heartbeat and the want and the will and the stomach and the stones to be coached hard and to help pull them out of the fire. And you have to see that as a Jets fan. It doesn't mean that you have to say Aaron's gonna be the guy that wins the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. But the evidence is enough to say, okay, I see what they're doing, and it's about time they fully stripped it down, and did a right rebuild instead of a half-assed one.
If we were at the point where people were questioning whether he was going to survive 1 year, we're now way beyond that and just evaluating a head coach in his first year where we've seen some progress and still seeing what he's going to be. Obviously, a long way to go. As for the Giants, they'll play Sunday against the Packers. No Jackson Dart, which to me loses a lot of, you want to watch Jackson Dart. He's the one reason to watch the Giants right now. But you have Jameis Winston, easy to root for, fun quarterback. He's excited for the opportunity. Kafka taking over for Brian Daboll, so it's going to be a new look head coach. Maybe they can be better than they were with Daboll. I mean, that's going to be the biggest evaluation point from the Giants' perspective, the final 7 games. Can Kafka do with the roster that they think they have? Can he do what Brian Daboll couldn't and actually finish and win some of these football games? Now he's going to be up against it, having to do it without Jackson Dart, but that's what you're looking at in this game. You're looking at the evaluation of Mike Kafka, the interim head coach.
That's where we're at the rest of the year. Now, do I think that he'll do enough? I don't, because I don't. I mean, he's an offensive coach, and the Giants' offense has been fine. So if, the defense was great and the Giants' offense was dragging at 13 points a game, maybe you could sit there and say, well, maybe Kafka could, provide a 5 or 6 or a 7-point uptick, and then they can kind of change the way we perceive the Giants. I think the Giants' offense takes a step back, obviously without Jackson Dart. And I don't know that Kafka is going to be any influence or have any influence on the defense to change that, which has been the real reason why the Giants have lost. So I don't know. Just what does it really mean? It means nothing. But I'm curious what you think about this now. Mm-hmm. I don't know when I said it, maybe a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I said, I think the Jets are going to win more games than the Giants. Yeah. We know both schedules inside and out. Mm-hmm. We know both situations inside and out. They both got 2. Do you think that the Jets get another win more than the Giants? Because you didn't feel that at all when I said it. And when I said it, it was pretty nuts to say it. But it doesn't seem so nuts now. You think that that's going to happen?
Got
to play the Saints still, the Jets do. The Falcons, who are a mess.
I mean, the Jets just...
I know.
I don't have a quarterback. I don't think they're winning. They're not beating the Ravens. They're not beating the Falcons. I'm not so sure about the Dolphins. Not beating the Jaguars. Not so sure about the Saints. I mean, maybe the Jets have 2 wins in them. I think the biggest question is Jackson Dart healthy or not? Because I wasn't factoring in him getting hurt. And with Jameis Winston, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
So, at the time, it was Daboll still the head coach, Jackson Dart still the quarterback. Now you're going to Kafka, who I know nothing about as far as a head coach. Nobody does. He hasn't done it before. And Jameis Winston, who is a career backup that loves to throw pick sixes. So, I think it's possible. I would still say I still believe the Giants will end up with more wins than the Jets.
And the number would be 5? 4? Because I think the Jets will wind up with 4.
I think the Jets could win 2 more. Yeah, I mean, it's more likely that I think it's more likely the Giants get to 5 somehow than the Jets would get to 5, but probably they both end up with 4 or fewer wins. That's sadly, I think, the state of New York football. BT and Sal on the Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. One last thing on Kafka. For me, no matter what happens these final 7 games, I know the Giants are going to evaluate both Joe Shane and Kafka here. I would clean house. That's what I would do. It's the way I would operate here. They've had 4 years. They haven't gotten the job done. Not even close. You already fired the head coach. I don't think the roster's any good. I don't think Joe Shane has been good in his 4 years here. And I wouldn't want Kafka, who was a holdover of Daboll's staff, to remain here either. So even if they went 7-0, I'm not looking at it as, wow, this is going to be the thing next year. I wouldn't buy it. I would move on. So that's why, to me, there's a little less evaluation than there's going to be from the actual Giants themselves.
I'm more open to it only because I know that Kafka is valued throughout the league. Like if the Giants were the only ones that really valued him, I'd be like, all right. I mean, the way the Giants have been running things the last couple of years, that's not exactly reassuring. But he's had interviews. He's fairly young. I think that the Giants, I don't know if they think he's going to be good here, but I think that they are hoping that he gives them a chance to have something to think about, which would result in, think about this. If Kafka does a decent job and sells Giants ownership and he gets the job, Giants don't have to do any work at that point. Because now, I'm not saying that that's good, But Shane's back, and you just elevate him to head coach. And you probably, tweak the staff here and there. Shane Bowen's gone, whatever. But it's not, hey, Dable's gone, and the Giants go 1-6 or winless over their final 7, and now Shane's gone, and now you've got to restock the cupboards with scouts and all the other stuff that is required when you fire a GM. So I just don't think that they have the appetite to do that kind of work right now for a lot of reasons.
BT and Sal on the Fan, our friends at Town Fair Tire. Remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Eric is in Rivervale, New Jersey. What's up, Eric?
BT, Sal, how are you doing, boys?
Good.
What's up, man? How you doing, Eric?
Great show. I'm doing all right, man. And as Jets fans, it's a very unique place and different place for us to be. And Sal, I got to give you a little bit of credit because you've been beating this drum on the Jets for quite some time, which is that they just refused to build a foundation. And until they started to do that, right, the half measures were going to get them nothing, which is exactly where they've been. And now we have a little bit of hope. Now, I didn't go into last night's game with any delusion that they could potentially win, particularly in New England, because that New England team is very, very good. But they showed me progress. And AG, he showed me progress. I think the glaring issues the Jets have on defense with that nickel secondary is terrible. Brownlee is awful. And I also think, though, that there were a few things last night that if the Jets could the Jets are just a bad football team, right? So the plays and the execution that needs to happen in order to win games like this just don't happen for the Jets, right? Whether it's that interception or it's the first sack gets pulled back on a Brownlee, hold, things like that, right? A fumble, all these little nuances that good football teams like the Patriots, those things don't happen to that team for a reason. So
And by the way, Eric, real quick, hold on. If they do happen, they've got enough horses to overcome it.
Precisely. And the Jets just don't, right? We don't have enough horses.
Right.
And
Every
I've
team
seen a lot of progress under the right guy.
Yeah, every team makes mistakes.
Is hope.
Every team makes mistakes, whether it's penalties, turnovers. Not every team has the ability or talent to overcome those mistakes. And unfortunately, thank you for the call, Eric.
Thanks,
unfortunately, in year one of a total rebuild, you're not going to be able to overcome those mistakes. It's why I didn't evaluate them from the beginning of the year based off the win-loss record, because you have to expect that more often than not, they're not going to be able to win those games because the margin for error is so thin.
It's razor thin. So when you see, and you could see early on that Myers kept flirting with these bad snaps and shotgun. I said at least 3 times, I'm like, God. I mean, every time Fields was like, he was like fielding a ground ball at shortstop. And then, of course, it burned him, and he didn't jump on the ball. But so Myers had a rough night, and Mitchell had a rough night, and Brownlee had a rough night. McNamara shanked a punt in a fairly big spot. You didn't get the pick at the end zone. Mitchell didn't come up with that big play that would have been a 40-yard gash inside the 15. And when you don't do that, yeah, I mean, you're not going to beat a really good team on the road, and the Pats are really good and really well coached. And it is what it is. I really hate that expression because it sounds so lazy. Yeah, it is what it is. But you guys know what I mean. It is what it is. You got to get that.
WFAN NFL football powered by Verizon. Get your local Verizon store today. Dino's calling from Bayside. What's up, Dino?
Hey, guys. What's up?
Dino.
Let's go Giants. Listen, what about Antonio Pierce as the defensive coordinator of the Giants? He played there. He's been a coach of the Raiders.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of hard-nosed. I mean,
Can you hire a head coach first before you hire a D coordinator?
Well, we need it now. We need him now.
You're not getting it now. I mean, they're not making any changes. There's 7 games to go. What do you need now?
We need some blood in that sideline. Listen, also, guys, your producers got to start playing Countdown to the World Cup. Go on that music scene. You guys got to stay on top of this. It's the mega event of the season coming up.
What is it?
World Cup, please.
I don't get it. What do you mean? Right? Is that a thing? Countdown to the, and thank you for the call, Dino.
I mean, the World Cup's cool when it starts, but
it's going to be a massive thing. I've already had multiple people hit me up for, hey man, can you get tickets?
It's at MetLife, right?
Yeah, and the houses in Jersey around the area already
rented out, right?
Yeah,
let's make some money. Take my house.
Oh,
see
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be living in my house, but
stop. When is the work? It's in June, right? Is that what it is? I think it's in June. World Cup.
I don't know, Rama. You have an answer for
July, August, I think. Those 3 months.
Oh, so it's that long.
I think.
Well, I'm looking forward to something else that's happening at MetLife in September more than the World Cup. AC/DC.
What?
Coming to MetLife, bro.
Hell yeah. AC/DC is going to sell out MetLife?
100%. And immediately.
AC/DC?
Yeah.
You get 100,000 people that want to see AC/DC?
No question about it. That's one of the bands that I really want to see that I've never seen. I've seen the Stones. I've seen the Eagles, Billy and Bruce and Elton John and Eminem. And a lot of people I've seen that.
When is that coming?
Metallica. September 25th.
So that's September.
Guns N' Roses I've seen.
That's September of 26. You said the World Cup is June?
Yeah, so I'd rather see AC/DC than the World Cup.
June 11th to July 19th.
Yeah.
So it's a month and a week.
Oh, traffic is going to be awful.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible for that entire time.
But all the games are at MetLife. Aren't they at different pods, and then the big games are at MetLife?
The final, I think.
No, there's a whole different style of rounds that are at MetLife. It ranges from qualifiers to bigger games to I think the finals, unless they move the finals.
Are we good? I mean, do we have some guys who could score finally?
Well, we might not be playing in those games.
What?
Is U.S. even going to make it?
Well, U.S. is going to be somewhere, maybe in the qualifiers, but I think that's it.
Do you know that, or you're just throwing it?
I was just guessing that we can't be that terrible, right?
They haven't been that good for a
Compared to
while.
some other countries, we're not that bad.
Brazil, Italy.
Which team does Messi play for? That's the team I want to root for.
We want him.
Portugal, right?
Hey, is there any way can we get tickets to that or no? How do we buy tickets to that?
You don't want to buy them.
Well, what do you mean? I don't want to buy
Super Bowl,
them. I want to have access to buy them. Getting freebies is
I think I could find a way to get access to tickets to buy, but they're still going to be super expensive.
$1,500 a seat, bro.
For qualifiers.
What?
For qualifiers.
Can I get a credential then? I'm not paying that.
There's
now,
no way I'm paying that.
That's a possibility.
My friends may want to pay. I'm not paying that.
I'm not paying that either. I'll pay that for AC/DC.
I don't even know if I would pay that for a Super Bowl.
$1,500 for AC/DC?
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm just being
okay. Thank God.
It's not $1,500. There's no way.
What AC/DC tickets go for?
I don't know. Probably I would drop $500. I mean, I gotta see them. They're one of my favorite bands, dude. Think about how we do when we do our picks.
Yeah.
What
that's
song do I play?
AC/DC? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not dude, I don't know AC/DC.
How do you not know AC/DC?
It's not my time frame.
That's like somebody saying I don't know any Snoop songs or I mean, come on.
AC/DC starting at $98 on the secondary market. Not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
High demand,
My
apparently.
buddy, we had our text chain going. No, come on. My buddy, we were texting yesterday, like 7 of them. We're all going. We're going to get a party bus. Like,
really?
oh my God, it's on.
It's that big a deal, huh?
For all of us, if you're in your early 50s, who doesn't love AC/DC?
What year?
Well, you don't.
Give me the year that seriously, what year they become popular?
I got into them in the 80s. I believe I'm sure they formed in the earliest to mid 70s before they really popped.
Okay.
I think they started cranking out some tunes. Like, I think I've got to double check. Maybe
73 was when they first started.
Okay, so and their first hits really came 77, 78, right? Around there.
Yeah, it was -6.
Well, but I know. I got them in the 80s when I was,
My parents didn't even know each other at the point.
My parents didn't like them. My parents didn't like AC/DC
I'm
at all.
saying when they were popular, my parents didn't even know each other.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
6 years before Little Sal was even a thought.
Little Sal.
Yeah.
I love them. It's one of the bands, and my buddy texts back. He's like, I'm in if they're still alive. I mean, you got to hope that they make it.
They're that old?
I mean, dude, they're not
Well,
young.
they've had some that have died already. They've died off.
Some
Bon
of them?
Scott died at 33.
Yeah, he was young. He was 30. Was he 33, 32?
All kidding aside, where do they rank? Not in your favorites.
Okay.
But
all-time rock. Give me the genre.
Well, I don't know.
Because you got Michael Jackson, you got Elton John, you got Madonna.
No, they're rock, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so give me the top 5 rock bands from 1970 on.
From 1970
Is
on.
this like Led Zeppelin?
You got to put. I'm not a big Zepp guy. Zepp is definitely on the list for most people.
Your opinion out.
Zeppelin is on the list.
Okay, I want who? Yeah.
Zeppelin, Stones, no order. Okay. Stones, Led Zeppelin. Probably Guns N' Roses. I
Grateful
would think.
Dead?
No, that's a different.
Okay.
No, that's a different vibe. I'm not a big Dead fan.
That's a very pot heavy.
Yeah,
okay, I don't know. I'm just
I got
throwing
no
out
problem
there.
with that, but I only like a few songs. I would say.
Did we say Metallica? You said Zeppelin.
I think Guns N' Roses over Metallica.
Wow.
I mean, GNR, come on.
You think they're more popular than Metallica? Not you, who you choose.
I'm operating from not my opinion, like the top 5 of consensus. AC/DC would be in the top 5. Why don't you chime in? You're a music guy. I mean,
sounds like he doesn't. I'm
just not interested in them as much.
Okay, but that's not
AC/DC, the classic stuff. I'm not into like the 70s rock.
So this is classic rock?
No. I don't. Classic
Led Zeppelin
rock
is classic rock.
No. Classic rock to me is more like post, like late 70s, early. I think classic rock's a bit different. But out of respect to what you know, even though you don't love them, which I get, the question was, and you can help us here.
Yeah, give me like the top
post 1970. Are they among the top 5 general consensus most popular rock bands? I believe they are.
AC/DC, post 70, close. Maybe definitely top 10.
Give us some other
top
names.
5.
Stones.
You said
Led Zeppelin.
Rolling Stones, Zeppelin,
Metallica.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith,
Aerosmith,
and Steven Tyler
I like
huge.
those because they had some hits in the 90s. See, Aerosmith had some hits in the 90s.
I love Aerosmith.
AC/DC didn't have any hits in the 90s.
Liv Tyler, that's Steven Tyler's daughter.
What was a great movie, too? What was the movie with Bruce Willis? Armageddon.
Four Non
that was the
Blondes.
soundtrack.
You put Four Non Blondes in that category? They up there?
Dude.
What about...
hold on.
Don't even start with the Four Non Blondes.
What about Soul Asylum?
What about the Doors? I love Soul Asylum. What about the Doors?
No, Doors are before that. Did he die in 69?
I
no,
thought
he died in the early 70s.
dude.
You're right.
Oh, John Morrison, right?
Jim.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was John.
Oh, my God.
BT and Sal on the Fan Warrior
Stick to
calls. We come
I
back.
do not know any of this stuff. I don't
What do
understand
you mean
that.
I might not know it? I was born in 79. I'm not into rock music.
I was born in 73. You make it seem like I was born in 1953.
They were born in 73 as well, so at least you have a better shot. I mean, I know Billy Joel. I know Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison's from the 60s.
Okay, but
more
he's
up to his
better.
speed. More up to his speed. Name all the Kardashian sisters.
Oh, come on. I can name them all and all their different looks over the years.
And the moms.
Can you name all the boyfriends? That's the tough task right there. You come up with
Chris
that list. You're
Humphries.
smart.
Yeah, all right. BT, Ray J,
Humphries.
BT and Sal, all the Fan. More your calls when we come back.
Well, I got to read here. Do I have something? What do I got here?
Cadillac.
Oh, yeah. Love Cadillac. Love our Cadillac. Hey, 4 distinct all-electric Cadillacs. Now, I've got the XT6, and we've told you about this. They sent us the electric versions. Sal had a different one. I had the Escalade IQ. And it was, I was coming up with plots to not to give it back. It was ridiculous. Now, some drive Cadillacs for the range or performance, and others for it's a good way to make an entrance. You pull up at the wedding, you pull up at, AC/DC concert, provided you're not driving. It is a great way to come in. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. So whatever the reason is, never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac, Sal.
Yep, the all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. You got the Escalade IQ, the Vistic, the Optic, and the Lyric. I was in the Lyric last year. Loved it. I love the Optic even more this year. Once you get used to charge it and figure out, it's not that easy. It's not that difficult. Literally, I plugged it into the wall in my garage, plugged it into the car. It was as easy as anything. Didn't have to go to the gas station for a couple of weeks when I had it. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. The BT and Sal Show, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Giants.
This is science. You can't bet against a coach who wears a fishing vest.
Every Saturday at 8 a.m., it's Kickoff with Boomer and Mike Valenti, where the guys break down the biggest headlines and storylines from across the NFL.
It's crazy, but the Chiefs are still the odds-on favorite to make it to the Super Bowl in the AFC, which is nuts.
Kickoff with Boomer and Valenti is brought to you by Nationwide. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. And The Fan, always streaming on Odyssey, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio app.
Beware the holiday buffering.
Who are you?
The ghost of internet past here to slow down right when your guests arrive.
Not this year. We got Verizon's 100% fiber optic home internet. Scored a limited time offer for $20 a month and locked in the price for 3 years.
Fios home internet, that's scary fast.
Now we can all stream, video chat, and game at the same time. So bye.
Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch to Fios home internet today. Fios 300 megabits per second plan at $20 a month with autopay. Any Verizon mobile phone plan and bonus discount. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for my home customers. Terms apply.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
I'm New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin. Every year, too many lives are lost in alcohol or drug-related crashes. These are preventable tragedies, and it's time to take a stand. Let's make New Jersey's roads safer for everyone. We are all counting on you.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business?
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Listen to You Better You Bet with Nick Costa Sunday morning at 8 right here on The Fan. Nick will preview all the football action and get you ready for kickoff, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
We're counting down to Black Friday savings. It's the countdown to Black Friday at Nielsen Dodge. Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. Your countdown to the hottest deals is on now.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4, just $199 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Altitude X 4x4, just $224 a month.
We all know it's the biggest sale of the year, and Nielsen's going bigger than ever. You can count on 0 down payment, plus up to $1,500 overbook value for your trade, and the credit help you need.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, online at nielsendodge.com. A proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
The countdown is on. Don't miss out.
At Nielsen, Friday's in the driver's seat.
Black Friday sales event. With approval term 24 months due at signed Cherokee 5794, Cherokee L 5819 at tax tag 498 dock and DMV fees.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey iHeart.
Familiar with this TV show. Rami has no shot of knowing this TV show.
I am a pretty good TV historian.
Hoff should know it or at least have heard of it.
Do you remember the network that it was on?
Yeah, MTV.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Here's what I think of when I think of
I was an
AC/DC.
athlete. I wasn't sitting around vegging watching that nonsense.
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, yeah.
The T-shirt, of course.
BT loves AC/DC.
He used to wear the AC/DC
Yes, he
shirt,
did.
didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I used to love that show, Beavis and Butthead.
I couldn't stand that.
Really?
I know. I know. That's such like a get off my lawn response. Like, I couldn't stand who. I mean, I know it was popular. I'll tell you what I did like, and I think it was on MTV. Was Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, that was before my time.
Oh, I love the cartoons. Beavis and Butthead were guys like they were just.
It was Beavis and Butthead were funny and they played videos.
I couldn't relate to burnouts, man. I just couldn't relate to those burnouts.
I've never done drugs in my life, but it was funny.
AC/DC was one of the T-shirts. What was the other one?
Metallica.
Yep.
See, there you go.
Oh no, I'm not saying I never watched it.
That was Beavis.
Yeah.
You think you're more Beavis or Butthead? You didn't really, did you watch it?
Well,
Hop, you watched it. Which one of us was more Beavis and or Butthead?
I mean, they were both. Come on, they were both useless dorks, tools.
No,
I mean,
they were. Well,
what they have going for them?
They like music.
They had no chicks. They were skinny. They were like emaciated.
I think Beavis was the brown. Butthead was the blonde haired, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say Beavis.
No. Beavis was the blonde hair guy. That
so
guy,
I think you'd be more of Beavis and BT be more Butthead.
Yeah.
Beavis, you see that? Boobs.
Yeah.
Did you watch it, Hoff, or no?
Oh, dude, I used to live by. I found a lot of music that way because they do all those videos,
right?
And then I'd be like, I want to go check out that song. What is that from? And stuff like
We're
that.
like the Beavis and Butthead of sports.
Well, hopefully we're better than that. Well, actually, that's
BT. Did you see the Yankees lineup?
Here's the thing, though. Listen, I don't know how else to say it. Like, I really now, if I went back and I watched it now, I bet you I'd laugh. And I love stupid comedy. I really do. Like, that's what Ren and Stimpy. I mean,
I don't know if I'd watch it now and laugh. I watch it now and probably be like, what the hell was I thinking?
Well, it's funny you say that. It could go the exact opposite way. Like, even if I
movies, dude. They got something that would turn into a movie.
I'm not down their popularity. Yeah. I'm just saying, for me, like, even like if I see Three's Company on now, I'm like, keep it on, which I used to love growing up, primarily because of Chrissy. And then Janice the nurse and all that stuff. But it was genuinely funny.
No, you were nothing like Beavis or Butthead.
Well, that's why I didn't like it. Those guys had no game. They had no game. They weren't athletes. They were just deadbeat losers, man. Like, I don't know. I didn't find that funny. I'm not saying I was the coolest dude in the room. I wasn't.
Did we mention the Doors before?
It was better than those guys.
Did we mention the Doors? Pink Floyd?
Jim Morrison,
Black
not
Sabbath.
Joe Morrison.
I pulled up a list during the
Black
break.
Sabbath is
Classic
too
rock band.
niche-y.
The Who.
I don't like The Who. The Who is
Journey.
arguably on the list.
I like Journey.
Love Journey.
Boston. I like Boston.
Boston's good. Not nowhere near top five. Boston was really good.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
That's 70s. I like them a lot. It's one of my favorite bands, Creedence. Good
Cream.
stuff.
The Eagles are on there.
I like the Eagles quite a bit.
By the way, just because I know that both of you know the band, Sponge is coming to town soon.
Little Plow.
Little Plow. Yeah, yes, you do. We play the song. You guys
this,
like
dude.
it. Yes,
Come
and it's
on.
coming. They're playing at Yonkers. I'm very excited about
They're
it.
not going for a bigger venue than that? No disrespect to the venue.
Yonkers Brewing. I'm very excited about it. I've been texting my entire family to come and go to the show.
Going?
I'm going. I don't know.
When is it?
December 10th. It's a Wednesday.
I can't make it.
BT and Sal. Yeah, exactly.
It's for charity. It's for charity.
Charity. Now we're talking.
Let's get a call in before we break. We'll have Nick Costos on the other side. Lamar calling from New Jersey. What's up, Lamar?
Yeah, quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, do you think the Mets are going to get Scooble trade for him?
Is that the only question, or is there a follow-up to that?
Just that.
Okay, thank you for the call, Lamar. We appreciate you checking in.
Thanks, buddy.
It's the reports are making it sound like Scooble's not going to be available. As a matter of fact, Andy Martino was reporting yesterday that executives around the league don't believe the Brewers are going to trade Peralta.
Okay.
So that would take him off the board.
Yep.
We don't think Skeens is going anywhere. That would
yet.
take him off the board. And then there's a sense, I guess, from the GM meetings that maybe Scooble might not be available. I'm going to use, instead of the sense from the GM meetings, I'm going to use common sense. Common sense says there's no way in hell the Tigers are going to pay Scooble what he wants. Common sense says his value will never be greater than what it is right now. Before he sets foot on a mound this year, his value is as great as it can possibly be. If you're smart as an organization and you know it sucks that you can't pay him, but you know you're not going to pay him, you have two options. Either pay him what he wants or trade him now. I don't believe they're going to pay him what he wants. I believe he will be traded. So, yes, I believe Tarek Skubal will be a New York Met.
I don't even think there's a second option because I don't think that they can afford him. I don't think that they have the revenue stream to actually pay him.
$400 million.
It's going to be more than that. I think it's going to be more than that. Listen, now, all right, with the tone at the GM meeting, whatever, the reporting, they don't think he's going to be dealt. Again, common sense, let that apply. You have to trade him. So stopping short of declaring that he's going to absolutely get dealt because I'm not an insider, I'll say this. If he is traded, he'll be a Met. I think if he's traded whenever he's traded, he's going to the Mets.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Sports Talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. Can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Nick Costos when we come back.
Yeah, all right, looking forward to talking to Nick. Hey, who's hot for salud there, Sal? Who's
got through that whole read holding in a sneeze.
That's the worst, dude.
There we go.
Really? I mean, he could have been holding something else. It would have been worse. So, hey, who's on football? Brought to you by Petro. Jonathan Taylor. He didn't hold it in. He went nuts. 244 yards and 3 touchdowns, including the walk-off and an overtime win against Sal's Falcons. Want to save on heating costs? Well, go with Petro. Switch now and get $125 free heating oil with reliable delivery in any weather and live 24/7 service. Count on your local HVAC pros at Petro to stay warm and save this winter. Go to Petro.com now and get $125 free heating oil or call 888-PETRO-02 today. Use propane. Well, ask about special offers. Propane not available in all areas.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute. A new report says Pirates ace Paul Skeens already doubts the team will ever contend. And honestly, who's surprised? Pittsburgh rarely spends. They are consistently one of Major League Baseball's lowest payrolls. Skeens fears his prime will be wasted before he's sold to the highest bidder. And fans know the pattern all too well. Develop a star, squander his peak, then start all over again. I'm Maggie Gray.
American Dream is the biggest indoor entertainment complex on the East Coast, just minutes from Manhattan, with over 25 attractions for every age and thrill seeker. From DreamWorks Water Park to Nickelodeon Universe, plus shopping, dining, and more, all under one roof. Plan your adventure at AmericanDream.com.
Alrighty, folks, for weeks now, you've heard me speak about my new favorite water, Elevate Hydrogen-Infused Superwater. But did you know that Elevate isn't just the cleanest, most advanced water on the planet? Its potential benefits are actually backed by over 1,600 plus scientific studies. And just speaking for myself, I do feel quite amazing when I'm drinking it. So the question is, where can you pick up your Elevate? Well, if you do live in the 5 boroughs, why not stop by your local Walgreens or Duane Reade? And if you're not local, check out Elevate at Amazon for complimentary shipping. Drink Elevate, as I do.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. FanDuel is dropping limited time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour every Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Visit FanDuel.com/GO to grab your reward before the clock expires. That's FanDuel.com/GIO. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid fast. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable. It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT's out back on the Fan. Right now on the line, joining us is Nick Kostos, host of You Better You Bet and Odyssey Sports Betting Insider. Insider calls are presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Check the latest lines on the BetMGM app. Catch You Better You Bet weekdays 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern and You Better You Bet countdown at kickoff Sundays 11 to 1, leading you up to kickoff on the BetMGM network on the Odyssey app. Nick, what's going on? How are you ahead of Week 11?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? Happy Football Friday.
You too? Did you touch the game last night, by the way, or no?
I bet Mac Hollins over receiving yards. I did say on the show if I had to bet the game, I would have bet the Patriots. They pushed on the closing number. They won by 13. So if you laid 12.5, like congratulations, like you won your bet on New England. I only had the one prop in the game, which did hit, which I was happy about.
Nothing with Travion because you've been pumping Travion on your Sunday morning show here on the Fan at 8 a.m., which I listen to every week, 10 straight weeks now. Looking forward to Week 11 as well, getting all the insight before that Sunday slate. But you've been pumping Travion Henderson for multiple touchdowns on a couple of those weeks, and he had 3 last night.
Yeah, well, just like, he had the multiple touchdown game, the first one last Sunday against Tampa Bay. So, like the market kind of caught up to him. Like, I guess, like, you could make that bet. It's not how I like to bet. Just feel like market expects him to score. I think he's going to score also. Not much to do there. He did look great in the game. Just, like, worth noting, it took, like, 47 running back injuries for the Patriots to play, like, their actual potential superstar running back this season in Travion Henderson. And I guess, unless you have anything else you want to get to in the Jets game, BT, they did win a couple in a row. Mm-hmm. That was much needed L for me to be eating a steak on your dime coming up after the season.
Well aware. Hey, Saints. By the way, what was the number that we decided on? I keep forgetting.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I swear to God.
What was it, 5.5?
I thought that's what it was.
It was 6.5.
Oh, no, it wasn't 6.5.
Well, we have the right guess.
Wait, what do you mean yes? You just said 5.5.
I thought it was. Yes. No, I thought it was.
It was 6.5.
I think it was 4.5.
Well, we have it on tape.
Guess what, BT? What? You're losing no matter what. So I don't even think it makes a difference.
Right, it might be 3.5. You're just going to win that one.
Saints.
Before we move on to the Sunday slate, Nick, how good are the Patriots?
Dude, awesome question. And I'm not sure I have a great answer. I don't know if anyone has a great answer. I think we're all guessing. My guess is this. I think that their most likely outcome this season is the inverse of what happened in 2018 when Patrick Mahomes was the young hotshot second-year quarterback who won MVP, hosted Championship Sunday, and the old GOAT Tom Brady and the Patriots came in and beat them in overtime on the Dee Ford offsides call, and the Patriots went on to win their last Super Bowl with Tom Brady in New England. I think it's going to be the inverse of that, and Mahomes goes into New England and beats them in January, like the Patriots went into Arrowhead in 2018. But I think, because I said yesterday on You Better You Bet that almost no matter what the Patriots did last night, as long as they win the game, you can kind of hand wave it away and but it. Okay, like you beat the Jets. Yeah, but when you get to January, is your defense good enough? Yeah, but can Drake May go toe-to-toe with Lamar, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes when it matters the most? And when I actually sit down and think about it, I actually think I have a difference of opinion from what I even did yesterday when and I'm going to do like a mea culpa on my show today a little later this afternoon, where I think the only team that I think would absolutely beat the Patriots in Foxborough in January, because I think they're gonna have home field. I think they're gonna be the 1 seed, is the Chiefs. Now, Buffalo will go into New England in a couple weeks when the Patriots come out of their bye, and maybe the Bills win that game and we feel better about Buffalo. I think I'd still pick Buffalo, and I would still pick Baltimore. I don't think I'd pick the Colts to win in New England. So, if things break right for New England and KC gets bounced or something weird happens, could they make the Super Bowl? I think they could. I think I'd still pick Buffalo or Baltimore or the old guard to beat them, but I do think it's a little more likely today than I thought it was yesterday, if I'm being honest.
Well, interesting. I mean, they're well coached. They run the ball. They're number one run defense. And Jets actually ran the ball against them last night, so I was a little surprised with that because the stats said otherwise. But they got some tight ends. They got some receivers. They got a shutdown corner in Gonzalez. They got a lot going for them. But I could still see why we're wow, really, who are they? How good are they? I think that they're good, but I think that they're vulnerable this year. I think that changes moving forward because I think Drake May, in a year or two, max, maybe 3, he's one of the top 3 quarterbacks in football for a good 5, 6, 7-year run. I think he's that good. Do you?
We're that conversation's over already. He's the top quarterback in the league. It's done. It's happened already. They're going to be a problem for a long time, and I know Jets fans don't want to hear that. It sucks. Giants fans, I'm hey, we own the Patriots, man. But yeah, he's going to be good for a really long time. They're going to be good for a really long time. And BT, I do agree with something you said there about the Patriots and the AFC and the teams there. And I think what it really speaks to, The NFC, and I still think, and I know a lot of people disagree, and we'll find out. That's the beauty of all of this. I think the Chiefs are the singular best team still, despite their 5-4 record. But you can make a case, and you can disagree with that, right, that the Chiefs are the best team. All the best teams are in the NFC, right? So let's say you put the Patriots in the NFC, and they got to play Seattle or the Rams or the Eagles
Detroit
or the Lions.
Yep.
I wouldn't take the Patriots to beat any of those teams in January.
I'm with you.
Now, but in the AFC, I don't think the Bills are that great. The Ravens obviously aren't that great, despite the superstar quarterbacks. Hell, the Chiefs are 5-4. And then you look at the rest of the contenders, like the Colts have a fatal flaw. It's Daniel Jones. Everyone in the local area knows that. I'm not being rude. Who thinks Daniel Jones is going to win the Super Bowl? Nobody, right? The Broncos have Bo Nix. I don't think he's very good. So you can poke holes in every single team in the AFC. So could the Patriots win the conference? I don't think I don't think their defense is that good, but maybe something like Chiefs get knocked off and maybe they get there and then they get absolutely slaughtered by whoever wins the NFC in the Super Bowl. Now, I don't think the Patriots will get there, but given the conference they play in, I don't think we can say it's an impossibility.
Well, who do you think is the best team in the NFC? Because I could poke some holes in the NFC as well.
Eagles.
You think they're the best team still, better than the Rams? Your Seahawks, you've been touting the Lions.
Wow.
Explain that with the Eagles being the best team.
They have the best players, and they win every game. It's kind of like my thing with the Giants, and I'm sure we'll talk about that. The Giant, everyone say, this Giants roster is so great that Joe Shane built. Yeah, it's so great that they lose every game that they play. That's how good it is, that they lose every game. The Eagles win every game, not literally every game. They lost to the Giants, obviously. They lost to the Broncos, but they usually win. And I don't care about Jalen Hurts downfield passing stats and working through the muddy pocket and all this analytics nonsense that people are watching all 22 in a dimly lit room licking Cheeto dust off their fingers. I don't care. They win every game. So you give me Eagles against Detroit, and we'll see it on Sunday night. I'll take the Eagles. They're 2.5-point home favorite. I need Philly just to win at home. Sign me up.
Why is it got to be Cheetos, by the way? Can't it be nacho cheese Doritos? If I'm going to have one cheesy substance on my fingers during a game from watching stuff, it's going to be, I'm going nacho cheese Doritos, Nick.
I think I'm going Cheetos. I really do. The Puffs, oh, God, those are good.
So the Puffs and the Crunchy are both good. I'm going to go with Sal, nacho cheese Doritos, but I think Cheeto dust is funnier than Dorito dust.
Good. Okay, understood. Continue.
So
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah.
It's a comedic device. I don't even know.
It's a real thing. It's like plaque.
No, I got it.
The Cheeto dust. What was I even saying?
Running through the teams in the end. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Eagles beat the Rams every time they play, including on the block kick for a touchdown, twice last year, including in the playoffs. Seattle has Sam Darnold. So, and look, what
about
Darnold
Detroit?
So we'll see on Sunday.
It's Separation Sunday in a lot of ways, Nick. You got the Chiefs and Broncos.
NFC.
Well, you get the Chiefs, Broncos. You got the Lions, Eagles. You got the Seahawks and Rams. That's as good as it gets right there.
It is exceptional. This is going to be a great Sunday. Now, Darnold is the potential, and Seattle's the fly in the ointment here. Because, and I think I've said this with you guys. I've definitely said it on my show and on the Sunday show. If you could guarantee me that Darnold is going to play in January or in big games, of which this qualifies, like he has thus far this season, Seattle's probably the best team in the conference. And maybe on Monday morning, the conversation is going to be just wow, Seattle's the best team if Darnold balls out and he stands toe-to-toe with Stafford and they win the game. So I acknowledge that possibility, but you're asking me that now before this weekend. I think the Rams will win. I think the Eagles will win. And if you told me pick the winner of an Eagles-Rams game, I'll take the Eagles. And it gives me no pleasure to say that as a lifelong Giants fan, but I have to call a spade and be honest with my opinion.
Of course you do. Nick, I want to take a quick little swerve here and get away from a team and focus on a player or two real fast here. This could apply to the Jets, but also other teams. So I know you saw Shanahan say that, hey, Purdy's healthy. Purdy's the guy. He's going to go back to Purdy. Mac Jones has played pretty well. If you're the Jets or another team that needs a quarterback, do you and you don't want to draft anybody this year, you have your eye on 2027 draft, which I think they actually will. Do you make a play for Mac Jones for a year? I mean, could he be a decent Band-Aid? Because Justin Fields got to go. But not just a Jets thing, more on Mac Jones as a viable quarterback moving forward.
Engstrand's the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah, Do I think Mac Jones is a fine bridge? Like, definitely. Now, the thing that has really helped Mac Jones, obviously, is Kyle Shanahan, who's just like the quarterback guru of all quarterback gurus, and puts, along with McVay, and puts all his quarterbacks in a position to succeed. Do I think that Mac Jones would have the same level of success with the Jets that he has with San Francisco? Like, probably not. But I mean, so BT, I want to ask you a question to your question, which is, are you asking that, like, can Mac Jones maybe get like the Jets into like wild card contention, or can he just be like a competent option?
Incremental progress. Maybe they win 3 or 4 games this year. Next year, you're more in the 8-9, and then you find your guy in 2027. Just to keep the growth going.
I don't think Mac is winning 8 or 9 games with the Jets next year.
You don't even know who's on the team.
Well, I think like you take him out of the Shanahan bubble. I like AD Mitchell a lot. He can't catch. Like, I may have to give up on that. Dude, he's awesome.
I'm not giving up on him yet.
He burned Christian Gonzalez on that play down the field.
Yes, he did.
I think he's got the chance to be awesome.
I'm not giving up on him.
If it's Mitchell and it's like Garrett Wilson and you draft a receiver, I mean, I don't think Mac Jones is. I don't know if like Mac Jones is the answer to the question that you're asking.
I mean, I don't even want to turn it. Yeah, we don't need to turn it into 5 minutes on Mac Jones. Just curious.
What about Kyler Murray?
No, I don't want him here. Don't trust his health. No, I'm not doing that.
He's got way more upside than Mac Jones.
I know he does, but it's going to be a bigger commitment. I'm looking for a Band-Aid.
What's been the issue with Kyler Murray then? Why has it gone so wrong with Arizona?
So I'll be really quick on this. Yeah. I think he doesn't fit their offense. Okay. So Kyler comes from the Kevin or Drew Petzing, excuse me, the offensive coordinator, comes from the Kevin Stefanski tree. Kyler wants to run everything out of shotgun. This is why Deshaun Watson didn't work in Cleveland. So now that Jacoby Brissett's the quarterback, now they can run the offense they want to run. I think it's less a Kyler thing and more a stylistic. They're not meshing the coaching and the quarterback. Okay. That's my opinion on that.
Good stuff.
All right. I mean,
also, can I just say this, BT? I don't think you're thinking about it in the right way for next year.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to explain what I mean by that.
No, go ahead.
I think if you're a Jets fan, and no one wants to hear this, but you have to, this is like, it's not checkers, right? It's chess. And I'm not BT. I'm not saying this is how you think, right? Mm-hmm. But like checkers is like, we win 4 games this year, let's win 7 next year.
Yeah, I got you.
Honestly, like, I think you should win 4 games this year and 4 games next year. And be bad again. 3 first-round picks in 27. Remember, that's the Jeremiah Smith draft, the Ohio State absolute monster receiver. Yep. Ryan Williams, the Bama receiver. Like, that's the Arch Manning draft. I think he's going to play really well tomorrow against Georgia. I think like they have set themselves up to contend now 28 and beyond with the 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Yep. I kind of think like they should not want to be good next year. And I know Jets fans don't want to hear that.
No, well, listen, I think I'm pretty realistic where they are. I'm seeing some signs of at least playing hard. I like the trades. I like what they did. The only thing that I would say is because they've got so much draft capital, I think you could win 6 or 7 games or have incremental progress and still be in a position, not to mention $200+ million in free agent money, cap space, I should say, where they could still do what they want to do. But I understand. Listen, if you have 3 or 4 wins, you're going to have better draft choices, clearly. But I think they can maybe thread that a bit better, the needle. But, I mean, we'll see. They need talent, man. That's a given.
Nick, where you
on
at
both sides of the ball?
Where are you at with your Giants here? I know you're happy, obviously. Dable's no longer there. Is there anything Kafka could do in the final 7 weeks that would make you want to retain him as the next head coach?
Well, can I answer your question in a different way?
Yeah, sure.
I think he's going to get the job.
What?
I'll say that.
Telling you, dude.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why. The Giants, if they're actually keeping Joe Schoen, which I think is an unbelievable mistake for a million different reasons, I want someone to tell me the head coaching candidate worth his salt that's coming to work for Joe Schoen, who's going to be like Joe Schoen's going to preside over another rebuild. Like, the head coach is going to come in next year expecting to win. And if they don't win, like, Shane's getting fired. And then a new GM's, this is what bad organizations do. It's why Shane needs to go also. So the way I see this is, I don't think anyone's coming to coach the Giants. You can say it's an attractive job. Great. If Shane gets fired, a new GM gets hired, that GM didn't hire you. And I think Kafka's going to be, like, they're kind of attached at the hip. I would say Kafka's the leader in the clubhouse to get the job.
Oh, but there still is a path to have Shane and Kafka both out. and then it becomes attractive again, no?
Well, I'm just going to go by what John Mara said in the press release, and things can change, obviously.
Well, there are some. I'm with you. I mean,
he wrote in the press release that, like, we think this is a good team. Like, am I crazy? People are, like, it's wild to me, the people that defend this roster. Like, it's like Dable screwed the whole thing up. Guys, like, I promise, we don't have to do, like, the mental gymnastics, contorting yourself like you're in Cirque du Soleil. No one has to do this. The team stinks. They lose every game. They lose every game. Can I say it again? They lose every game. Don't tell me this roster's good when they can't win games. Even accidentally, they don't win any games. Stop it. The roster stinks.
And they're saying that they believe that the roster can win some games without Brian Dable with a different head coach, which is what they're going to evaluate the final 7 games. And my hope is that the reports of Ian O'Connor saying it's not a sure thing that Shane is back, they're still going to be evaluated. My hope is that that's accurate, because I'm like you. I blew a gasket when I read that press release. I couldn't believe it, but I still believe if you believe Ian O'Connor, and I think he's as respected a reporter as there is, there may be a chance where if things maintain the way that they're going, then maybe there could be a cleaning house situation.
I hope that happens. The guy I want, and like people jump down my throat for saying it, because he is like suing the team in the league. But I think if they came to him and they said, hey, like, we want to interview you for the job, I bet you he'd drop it. I want Brian Flores to coach the Giants. I don't know if that's realistic.
Yeah,
I
like him. I like him a lot. And I said the same thing for the Giants. I just don't know if this is the perfect spot for him. If I were another team outside of New York and outside of being sued by him, I'd 100% have him on my short list. I love to see it. I just, you know.
Can we talk about like the first wave of candidates that got reported?
Yeah, go ahead. We got a minute.
The fact that Giants, like Spags, okay, like Giants legend, was a head coach with the Rams, was terrible. Like, he's in his mid, like, come on. And Antonio Pierce. Why? Because he won a Super Bowl with the Giants? Like, should Plaxico Burress be the head coach?
Well,
like, should Kevin Boss be the head coach?
Come on, dude. Come on. Pierce has been coaching at least. I'm not saying he should get the job. He's not getting the job, but he's been coaching.
But this is like the guys that they're interested in. Like, the pool is horrible.
Yeah. Would you take McCarthy?
Who's coming to work for this team?
Would you take McCarthy?
No.
Why not?
You want Bill back? Bill Belichick?
No. So I think Gruden's terrible.
Okay.
Dude, he went back to the Raiders and didn't win anything.
I get it. I'm just asking your opinion. So you want
like, he's fun. He's a fun soundbite. Like, Mike McCarthy would have the Giants win regular. Like, that would happen. They'd win regular season games. They are not winning a Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy.
I know you're going to laugh at this.
That should be the goal.
Nick, I know you're going to laugh at this, right? I mean, if you don't want McCarthy, you definitely don't want this guy.
No, don't say it.
He's going to laugh, right?
Don't say it.
So, the Giants defense needs a serious tweaking, and Robert Saleh knows the market. I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, he knows the market.
He does.
Yeah. Roberts, what are you... you don't mean that, right?
No, I do.
No, you don't.
Have a conversation with him.
Eddie wants Joe Douglas as the GM. He said that earlier in the week.
There's no way you mean that. There's just no way.
I think you have a conversation.
Sal, I got told by somebody that you were talking about Josh McDaniels maybe for the Giants. Is that accurate?
I brought it up to Baldy. Yeah. I mean,
did Baldy laugh at you or no when you said that?
He dismissed it. I love Josh McDaniels for years. I know after the last time, you're probably not going to get a head coaching job again. But I brought it up because Baldy was saying that McDaniels done such a great job as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator. Yeah, he's the worst head coach maybe of all time. You're terrible.
All right, I get it. All right, anything else for us, Nick? We done here? You got it out of your system?
Whatever you guys want. Yeah, I mean, I think the Giants are going to get killed on Sunday by the Packers.
All right, we'll hammer that one. Take the Packers. What is it, -7.5 right now?
7.
Boy, they don't.
At least that'll give me a reason to watch.
They don't pay you the big money for nothing. Giants gonna have a rough day on Sunday. No kidding. Come on, Giants stink.
You think they can cover?
Sure, if that's the operative word.
You can make a case for it. You can make a case. The Packers have stunk, and Jameis has a lot of volatility.
That was a weird Monday night game, too. No, I think the Packers squash them.
All right, Nick, we appreciate it. Go ahead, hit us with your line.
Wishing everybody Minimal Sweats winning bets the absolute very best of luck. If you're a Giants fan defending Joe Shane, grow up.
Check Nick out as I will, 8 a.m. live Sunday morning right here on The Fan. That was the host of You Better, You Bet, and Odyssey Sports Betting Insider Nick Kostos. Insider Calls presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary for all your betting and sports talk needs. Check out the BetMGM network on the Odyssey app. We'll come back. We'll have Perfect Parlay Pick segment at 1:20. So we'll get to your calls on the other side, 888-808-1019. Right now, let's get you updated. Here's Andrew Bogish.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 1:02. I'm Andrew Bogish. This Sports Flash is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results. ChefIQ.com. And by Motion Sports Medicine. Living in New York is not a spectator sport. Don't let pain keep you on the sidelines. Get back to what moves you with Motion's expert physical therapist. Most insurance is accepted. Schedule an appointment at MotionPTG.com today. Jackson Dart is on the field. The Giants practice today, but he is still in concussion protocols. This should be a good sign for playing their next game. Kayvon Thibodeau and Darius Slayton expected to join Dart in missing the Packers on Sunday. Tyler Nubin and Rakeem Nunez-Roches are doubtful for that game. More NBA Cup action tonight. The Nets host the Magic here on The Fan. Knicks and Heat at the Garden, both starting at 7. And local college hoops has Iona entertaining Fordham. Fan weather is sponsored by Approved Oil. Visit freeztherate.com. Approved Oil has been the leading heating oil dealer with the lowest rates in New York for over 90 years. Lock in today before the cold winter drives prices up. Act now and don't get left out in the cold. Enjoy a worry-free winter with Approved Oil. Visit them at freeztherate.com. It's 50 and partly sunny in Central Park, and that's what's happening. Sports Flashes, top of every hour. I'm Andrew Bogish.
It's Chris McMonagle overnights on The Fan, 101.9 FM.
Only the Giants could make me more mad about giving me kind of what I want. We all want the GM out.
Listen to CMAC on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday this season, all the way through the AFC Championship game. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Of the Perfect Parlay Pick segment, Week 11, coming up in about 15 minutes. We should just mention the MVP stuff from yesterday. Congrats to Aaron Judge winning another MVP. Juan Soto finished third in the National League, and I have a problem with really both of those. I think Judge was the best player by far, but to me, the most valuable player should mean something. Maybe they need to have separate awards, BT, but it doesn't make any sense. Most valuable was Cal Raleigh. In my opinion, they won a division. The Yankees could have lost the division without Aaron Judge. They didn't win the division. And, I still think the Yankees had more talent than the Mariners did if you take Aaron Judge off that team. If you take Cal Raleigh off the Mariners, I don't even think they're a playoff team. And he did it as a catcher and 60-plus home runs. If you make an argument for one, people are going to take it as a knock on another. I'm not looking to knock Aaron Judge. You can't. You can't dispute how great he is. Best baseball player I've ever seen. I thought Raleigh was the MVP. And to further home the point, I don't believe Juan Soto was even the most valuable player on the Mets, let alone the third most valuable player in baseball. Big numbers, yes, monster numbers, monster season statistically. I watched him every day, and the Mets got worse as a team when his numbers went up. That can't be the most valuable.
Where was Pete, by the way? Pete was he top 10? Did he get a couple votes? Well, I mean,
it was not top 10. I think he got like 8 votes.
Okay,
right?
I was going to say, when I say top 10, I meant more like 8 or 9, like back of the top 10. I mean, a guy had a lot of home runs, a lot of ribbies.
I don't know if it was 10 or not, but I think he got like 8 votes or something.
It's funny because when we talked about the Raleigh Judge debate, when it really first came up, I was immediately, my first answer was Judge. Like, it's not even close. I still don't put a lot of stock in, you get, and some people do, and that's fine. I just don't look at it this way. You get more points because you play a catcher, right, and it's rare, and you don't see this. And then I think like 2 days later, I was basically like, he hit number 60, and it just hit me. And right. I'm like, man, I don't know.
Catcher.
I know. And I was putting up the fight. I'm like, nah. And then when I saw 60 and I really looked at the history of the game, and I love this stuff and I love the numbers, I came on the air and I said, you know what? At this point, I'd probably have Cal Raleigh win it. And then somewhere along the way, even before last night, I'm like, I think Judge is going to win it. I think he probably should. It was a tough call, man. Now, the way they split the first and the second place votes, I don't have it in front of me, but I think the Judge had like 17 first
and
place.
13 the other way.
And they flipped it. It was the exact opposite, right? So,
well, right. You're either going to vote Judge one or Cal Raleigh one, and the other one's going to be second.
Correct. So it shows you how close it was. What I'm more concerned about, and MLB had a really, really amazing picture. Judge rounding the bases, and then it's Yogi, it's Mickey, and it's Joe DiMaggio kind of in the background there, like almost like kneeing in the on-deck circle, taking a knee in the on-deck circle, holding bats. So you got Judge, who joins Yogi, Mickey, and DiMaggio, 3 Yankees ever to win 3 MVPs here. So, and he's one of the first ever, I think, since Bonds to win 3 in 4 years. What he's doing is amazing. Now, can the Yankees finally go out there? So Ruth had Garrick, and Mantle had Yogi and many others, and DiMaggio had a host of superstars. Can we even Reggie had Thurman? Can we get better players around Aaron Judge?
Better Yankee career, Judge or Jeter?
Yeah, it's better player Judge, better career Jeter.
But it's a fun conversation to have.
It is. I didn't side because I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I know.
I side because I have to differentiate between the best player and the better career. I mean, first of all, Jeter always won, and he had almost always, and he had some sick benchmarks, 3,000 knocks, etc. But to me, like, I don't even think Jeter was the best player on that team. And not just when Alex was here. I think there were years where Bernie was better. I think there was a year or two where O'Neill was better. I think there was a year, maybe, I don't think 2, but maybe a year where Tino, with some of his offense production, was better. Mariano as well. Obviously, that's different with the pitcher. Aaron Judge's, Jeter was not this.
I know,
just wasn't.
But he's looked at as a legendary winner.
He is, and he should be viewed as a legendary winner.
Jordan, Brady, Jeter.
Yes, but the difference is...
I get it. That's why I'm asking the question. If you'd rather have Aaron Judge's career, fine. I'd rather have Jeter's.
Well, now you didn't ask me which one would I rather have. I'd rather have Jeter's career.
I mean...
I'd rather have Jeter's career.
He was the ultimate winner, leader, did it on the biggest stages. I'm not... Again, you make it just like Raleigh. You make an argument for one, it sounds like you're knocking the other. I will not knock Aaron Judge. He is the best player that I've ever seen. I would always say Bonds was. Until maybe 2 or 3 years ago, it was Aaron Judge. He took that mantle over from Barry Bonds. And obviously Bonds with the juice, but I would even, aside from the PEDs, Bonds was the best baseball player that I had ever seen with my own eyes until Aaron Judge. So this is no way, shape, or form a knock on him, but ultimately, especially to be a Yankee, the MVPs are great. I'd rather the World Series wins. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
But
I know. And what's going to happen over time is it's going to fade. I'm talking about like 20, 30, 50, 80 years from now when this is revisited and there's the next Judge and there's the next Yogi and the next Mickey. Like the context of what he didn't have around him is going to be lost because people won't be around alive anymore that watched it to talk about it. So it's just if he doesn't win a championship, and let's say he wins 2 more MVPs, wow, 5 MVPs, but Aaron Judge never won the championship, and you'll have people who are really leading that conversation, kind of like us with Mantle or when Ibarra comes out. I didn't see those guys play, so I'm losing the context of so much, and I think that's going to happen to Aaron Judge. And when you go, whether it's a Mays or a Ruth or an Aaron or any great baseball luminary, you go to Baseball Reference, right? And you see the bolds and you see the italics. And I'm on Judge's page right now. When you look at the bolds and the italics for league leads and league ties, I mean, you're talking already 3 years he's led the league in WAR, 3 times he's led the league in runs, 3 times in bombs, couple of times in ribbies, couple of times in OPS plus and OPS and on base and slugging. This is Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle. This is Willie Mays stuff. Yeah. It's crazy when you look at his stats, what he's done.
BT and Sal on the fan. Let's get back to the phones here. Perfect Parlay Pick segment coming up in a little bit. 888-808-1019, the number to call. Mark is in Oceanside. What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
I am sick and tired of hearing about the Jets and culture. Sick and tired of it. I want to lose every damn game. I want to get the best quarterback available, which is no guarantee of at the top of the draft. I am so tired of the Justin Fields and the Zach Wilsons and every other piece of junk. There is no culture can be built until you have a franchise quarterback.
I don't agree with that.
You build your culture.
I don't agree with that.
It goes the other way, Mark. It's the opposite way.
I don't agree with that because now I think if you have some culture, and it's obviously the early stages, but also an offensive line, whenever you do get the quarterback, he's going to be in a better position to do well and not get destroyed.
I don't want to win. I don't want to win and have a 5. What's the difference between 2 wins and 5?
Well, 3.
A worst draft pick. That's it. Culture at 5 and 12.
I don't understand what you're saying. Then you don't want to win. What the ultimate?
I want our Jackson Dart.
Do you know who it is? Okay.
Our Jaden Daniels.
Okay, Mark, hold on a sec. Okay, so what quarterback do you want? Give me the name. Let's hear it.
Okay. I've watched a couple of college quarterbacks. The best-looking one to me is Mendoza.
Okay, I agree. He's in Indiana. He could be a bum. We don't just like Trevor Lawrence.
It gives you the best shot.
Mark, didn't you want to suck for Sam and get Sam Darnold out of USC?
You know what? I can't say that because I didn't see him in college.
Okay. In the Orange Bowl.
But everybody loved him back then, and thank you for the call. The majority, if you're watching Mendoza, I would expect you to watch Sam Darnold at USC.
Yeah.
The majority of Jet fans wanted to, quote, suck for Sam. You had your guy. McCagnon was aggressive. They traded up for him. It was a great move. What you didn't have was the foundation built around him or in place before he got here. It didn't work. So you got a guy that, by the way, has been proven to have success. Now, I don't think he's ever going to win a Super Bowl, but I didn't think he would ever be this good with Minnesota. I didn't think he'd be this good with Seattle. He's now done it with multiple franchises. Since he left the Jets, Sam Darnold has had a more than serviceable career as a quarterback in the NFL with 2 different teams. That should tell you that it's not the quarterback. It's the structure and foundation around the quarterback. Look at the Chiefs. The foundation and structure was put in place when Andy Reid got hired. It was built up with Alex Smith. Mahomes comes in and takes it to a whole nother stratosphere. That would not have happened if the Jets drafted the quarterback in Mahomes. We would have been saying the same thing. Josh Allen, same thing. If the Jets drafted him, it would have been, wow, this guy was good, but he's reckless, he's getting hurt. They would have never figured it out because the proper foundation was not built. That is what they're trying to do now.
Amen. I mean, you nailed it. Was Mahomes taken first overall? The answer is no. Was Josh Allen? The answer is no. Was Drake May? The answer is no. I mean, was Sam Darnold? The answer is no. Was Lamar Jackson? The answer is no. Now, there's a couple of guys where the answer to that is yes. Matthew Stafford did go first overall.
Was Brock Purdy?
No,
Tom Brady?
He was almost not drafted at all.
And look at the Niners. You know what I'm talking about? The Niners structure.
I know exactly what you're talking about here.
They're winning with Mac freaking Jones. They're 6-4 with Mac Jones taking over.
I know, and he's played fairly well. I mean, Daniel Jones was not the first. Listen, Daniel Jones is not going to win the Super Bowl this year, I don't think. But Daniel Jones should be more evidence that when you get in a situation that is not toxic or substandard, you're going to look better. And the evaluation of Jones here versus where he is now is very different. Why? Because you got Jonathan Taylor, you got some receivers, you got a tight end, you got a good offensive line, you got good coaching, you got good stuff.
The structure around him.
Yeah.
Hoff, you wanted to add something?
I do, because it's funny you mentioned Daniel Jones is not going to win a Super Bowl this year. But there is a high possibility that we see Daniel Jones versus Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. And one of those guys will then have to win a Super Bowl.
Well, determine high probability. I mean, because I don't think it's very probable.
Out of 10 of the top 10 teams in the league right now, Seattle and the Colts are definitely two of those top 10 teams.
But I got
teams,
you.
no doubt
So
about
just based on the sheer teams that are currently playing, then Colts aren't beating Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean,
have you watched them play?
We could say that.
They steamroll everybody they play. Their offense has been one of the best in the league. Their defense has been phenomenal, and they got this guy Sauce Gardner. I don't know if you heard of him before.
He got roasted on a 2-point conversion last week. He sucked.
Sauce Gardner sucks.
He's going to play better for him, but he's not as good as people thought. Even I'm saying that. I defended him.
Yeah, sucks maybe a little harsh. He's completely overrated. He sucks in comparison.
He sucked a lot of wind.
He sucks in comparison to the expectations that were on him or were people talking about him as. Here's why what Hoff is saying is technically accurate. Of the all the records in the NFL, the Colts are number 2 in the AFC at 8-2, only behind the Patriots, who played the extra game last night.
Correct.
And the Seahawks are tied for the best record in the NFC.
Yeah, they're going to play a lot of home games. They might get a bye.
I would not pick either to go to the Super Bowl, but it is possible.
No, I know, but I didn't say it wasn't possible.
Yeah. It's more possible than the Jets versus Giants this year.
No.
Well, it's more possible in a lot of matchups.
I was also being very, very literal. He said, I don't know, did you say highly probable? Like, you took it a step further than I would have. That's all I'm saying.
You said, like, Daniel Jones is not going to win a Super Bowl this year. Well, he actually has more chance than you're giving him credit at all.
No, I'm giving him a good...
You're making it sound like he's 100% not going to win a Super Bowl. I would have to burst that bubble and say he's probably closer to like 70%.
Well, the Jets aren't even 100% eliminated as it was. So, yes, I mean, nothing's 100%. Gotcha.
You know the two best
He's
teams?
not going to win.
The two best point differentials in the NFL?
I know.
Anybody want to take a guess?
Yeah. I think the Colts are plus 68. Is that the number?
No. Colts plus 115.
That high?
Yeah, you know who's
you're
second?
talking about one of the best teams in the league.
Seattle, plus 103.
BT! I can't believe this. No, but BT, hold on. It's not even about, this is not even about like Darnold or Jones. I cannot believe the New York franchises, how much they screwed this up.
Yeah.
You're talking about two quarterbacks that potentially going to go head-to-head. That would be an A-bomb. That would be the worst for both. For all New York fans, that would be the absolute worst Super Bowl ever.
That would be crazy. The only, and I'm with you on that.
That guarantees Jones or Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. But the crazy thing is, it's what they did wrong before they decided to move on from Jones and Darnold. Like, I can't get on the Giants for saying, all right, Danny, it's time to go. And I didn't get on the Jets when we said, all right, it's time to go. What we do get on both of the teams for is failing to do things properly when they had them before they actually said you got to go.
I can't get on the Giants at all for the way that they moved on from Jones. If anything, I thought they held on him too long. You can make an argument. Joe Douglas screwed up because he could have used that number 2 pick. He could have come in and said, I believe in Sam Darnold. I'm going to trade out of the 2-hole or take somebody else there, and could have continued to build around Sam Darnold. I know the damage was done, but he did have a chance.
He did.
To pick Darnold instead of Zach Wilson. He chose poorly.
And Darnold, he did. And Darnold's first year.
To say the least.
Do you have it up in front of you?
No.
Because
Darnold's first year?
Darnold's first year with the Jets was actually not like...
I know. No,
it was before he saw ghosts. So he actually had a good season.
Well, of course, against
the same thing with Daniel Jones, too. Daniel Jones had a good first
year. They each had some time, and then they were ruined, of course. All right, we got to do the perfect parlay picks.
Let's just dive into the fact that either Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones is winning a Super Bowl this year.
I'm sorry, his second year. And first year was okay.
Who, Darnold?
Yeah, second year, I know we'll go. 19 touchdowns, 13 picks, quarterback rating of 85, 3,000 plus yards, completion percentage of 62% for a dirt team. Like, not terrible.
And that was with Gase? that first year?
19. Let me see. Hold on.
Bowles was
I feel like that was with Gase. Yes, that was with
first
Gase.
year. And, okay.
Yep, that was with
All right,
Gase.
perfect parlay pick segment. We'll get back to your calls. Perfect parlay pick segment going into Week 11. That will happen when we come back. BT
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Play of the weekend in college football is Georgia laying 6.5 points at home against Texas. Kirby Smart can certainly scheme up a great defensive game plan, limiting the Longhorns to 19 points or fewer in both games last season. With a one-score spread, we're trusting a Georgia team that's looked like the best team in college football at closing out games. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM app. Please gamble responsibly.
Think Verizon's best 5G network is expensive? Think again. This season, bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store for a better deal. Then use those unwanted bills to wrap up goodbye gifts to AT&T or cut them into snowflakes to celebrate your switch from T-Mobile. 'Tis the season to save at Verizon. Just bring in your bill to your local Verizon store and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on Root Metrics Root Score report dated 1/8/2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Having the right winter tire matters. So take control of the roads this winter with a new set of Bridgestone Blizzak tires from Town Fair Tire. Town Fair has the region's largest inventory of Bridgestone tires, all at the guaranteed lowest prices you'll find anywhere. And with 100 locations, you'll find a Town Fair near you. For the guaranteed lowest price on Bridgestone Blizzak tires and the most free services for life, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Calling all Hoops fans, get off the bench and onto the court for another exciting basketball season with BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Make your holidays memorable in a Lexus from Ray Cattina. The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Drive home luxury in a GX or TX with class-leading storage. Celebrate the season in style at Ray Cattina Lexus of Freehold and Ray Cattina Lexus of Monmouth.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is here for the holidays. Enjoy a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's got everything you need to keep your holiday season running. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead directly on the Dunkin' app. After all, the holidays run on Dunkin'. No substitutions. Participation times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
A win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. The official beer sponsor of the New York Giants. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
All right, BT and Sal's football picks brought to you by Cash App.
Perfect parlay pick segment. It has been a disappointing start to the season, 11 weeks in now, for you and I, BT. Hoff has the lead at 160. That's his total after hitting a 14 parlay worth 100 points a couple of weeks ago. I have 90 points in second place. I believe I hit one two-teamer early on, then a bunch of the straight-up games with the Jets and Giants pick head up, each worth 5 points. You have 50, so you're a little behind, but not out of reach here. You got the 3-team Turkey Day teaser coming up in a couple of weeks worth 35 points. You can catch up that way. 2-team parlay, 25. 3-team parlay, 50. The 4-team, as we mentioned, 100. Last week, Hop was 0-4. You were 0-3. I was 1-1. We've got work to do for week 11.
Yep. Yes. AC/DC has been the theme of the show. My season has been a losing theme. It's really been ugly here. I'm owning it. It's just been bad. So what I'm going to do is, number one, I'm going for it. I'm nickel and diamond, little swing passes. We're throwing a bomb. It's a go route. Run as fast as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and hopefully you catch something by the light in the middle of the street here. We're going for a bomb. We're going for a 4-teamer. And we're going to go for teams that are playing good football here. I'm going to try just a different approach, jump on some hot trends. Chargers, -2.5 at the Jaguars. Now, the Chargers, I think we all thought they'd be really good coming in. Then they were a little disappointing, and we're like, Giants beat them. And then they've suddenly ripped off 3 straight wins. So they're on the road. As I said, in Jacksonville, they are favorites. Not quite a 3-spot. Laying 2.5. You win by a field goal. You win the bet. Give me the LA Chargers -2.5 in Jacksonville. Another team that's hot. Well, why are they hot? They get their quarterback back. Lamar Jackson, the man. It's a big number. That little half a point might worry you. Ravens -7.5 in Cleveland. The dog pound going to be woofing. And they have won 3 straight. Give me the Ravens. I'm laying the big number. Whatever, I'll take a chance. Lamar's going to start. He's got a lot of ground to catch up. And I don't think they're going to be deterred. They're going to keep winning and winning big. Ravens -7.5. Now, I don't love messing around with games that are on foreign soil, logistical stuff, travel. You get out of routine, your element, whatever. But Miami's coming off a nice win as well. And they look very different than they did at most of the season, most of the points here. They just smashed the Bills. I mean, they were beating the Bills 13. The Bills were shut out going into the fourth quarter. Miami -2.5 against the Commanders team going nowhere. Give me the Fins. And finally, the Bears +2.5 in Minnesota. Chicago's won a couple of straight. Both of these defenses stink. I was thinking about taking the over instead. I'll just take the road dog Chicago to straight up win the game and beat the Vikes. So, in summation, Chargers -2.5 in Jacksonville. Ravens -7.5 in Cleveland. Miami -2.5 in Madrid against the Commanders. Bears +2.5 at the Vikings.
All right, a 4-teamer for BT, trying to cut into Hoff's big lead. Hoff, what do you got?
I have Sponge.
Great song.
This is the song. You know this song.
This is a good song.
Don't put your hood on.
I'm cold. It's cold in here.
I thought you were trying to hide from it.
I don't like this song. I don't know it.
You do. But anyway, all right, listen. I am not changing my course. I'm going for a 4-teamer. What I am doing, though, is I'm doing 2 favorites and 2 dogs. All right, I agree with BT. What? Why do you laugh at that?
I just laugh because the way he goes, like he cares.
Yeah, I don't even care. By the way, I'm just happy I get to play Sponge. So I'm going to go with you, BT. I do love the Chargers in this versus Jacksonville. -2.5. They're going to easily win this game by at least a field goal, so I feel good about that. Taking LA Chargers in Jacksonville. I'm going to Atlanta, hot Atlanta. I don't trust Atlanta at all. I know Carolina lost to the Saints. I think they're going to rebound. They're getting points here. +3.5. I'm taking Carolina over Atlanta in Atlanta. Then I'm going to Pittsburgh. Listen, is Burrow back yet? He's not. Exactly. Joe Flacco's getting older by the day. His shoulder's done. Pittsburgh, give him -5.5. I'm going that all day long. Pittsburgh -5.5 versus Cincinnati. And then I'm going to MetLife. I don't know why, but I'm taking the dog with the Giants. Jameis Winston is going to throw a couple touchdowns. May throw a couple picks, too. But because of that, the +6.5, I'm taking that Giants +6.5 over Green Bay.
All right. This will be the first time all year long that all three of us are going downfield 4-team parlay.
Got a shootout.
And I'm feeling good about this one. Game number 1. I'm going with teams that I believe to be good teams. In a year where it's been so herky-jerky and up and down, a roller coaster ride. Are they good? Are they not? Are they good? Are they not? Separation Sunday, Week 11. I'm going with teams that I believe in. Number 1, give me the Buffalo Bills. They lost to Miami. Naturally, what's going to happen? Bills stink. Everybody down on them. They just don't have it this year. I expect a big bounce back, even against a tough opponent in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bills at home, -5.5 points. It's a lot to lay, but I think you get a big bounce back. Bills are a different team at home. They're better. Game number 1. Game number 2, I believe in the 49ers, especially getting healthier. Ricky Pearsall, receiver, coming back. Brock Purdy, the starting quarterback, coming back. And I don't believe in Arizona. I don't care about what offense Jacoby Brissett likes. It's the Cardinals. I don't think they're any good. I think the Niners are a sound, solid, well-coached football team, getting their star quarterback back. Give me the 49ers on the road in Arizona, -2.5. And now is where the fun begins. Game number 3. I think the Lions are a better football team than the Eagles. I've been saying it all year long. So now I'm going to put my picks where my mouth is, or something like that. Give me the Lions +2.5 on the road, Sunday Night Football in Philly. Something is off with the Eagles. Yes, they win, certainly more often than they lose. I don't believe they're right, and I believe the Lions are better, and I'm getting points. Thank you. Lions beat the Eagles outright. Give me them Sunday Night Football. And you know where I'm going next, BT. There's one team that I believed in more than any throughout the course of this year. That's the Denver Broncos. At home, underdog to the 5-4 Chiefs. I don't care how many Super Bowls they have. Give me Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and the best defense in the NFL at home. Division rival, what I expect to be a field goal game either way, +3.5. I believe in the Broncos. Give me Denver +3.5. Bills -5.5 at home over the Bucks. Niners -2.5 on the road against the Cardinals. Broncos at home +3.5 over the Chiefs. And the Lions +2.5 on the road Sunday Night Football in Philadelphia. Give me the Packers as well. I can't envision. Green Bay stinks. Actually, their only good win was Week 1, the win that you keep referencing against the Lions.
Detroit, yeah.
Outside of that, they have stunk. The tie against the Cowboys was a flare that we should have, a red flag or a warning flare. Then they lose in these games to the Panthers, losing last week as well. They played a tight game with the Browns. They stink. But the Giants stink way, way, way worse. Give me Green Bay to beat the Giants.
I'm going to take Green Bay as well. Now, maybe if they bring DeVito back and put DeVito on the depth chart, DeVito beat the Packers at MetLife, as we know. Yeah, I mean, they lost to the Browns 13-10, the overtime. I'm looking at the schedule, 40-40 overtime tie. They lost to Philly. That was a gross game. You're right. They lost to Carolina. And they won some tight games. They just don't look the part. I think they were going to be a whole lot better. Anyway, give me Green Bay. And obviously the Jets already played, so that's that.
And Hoff, you're going where?
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. Okay. I mean, listen, I just said this all season long. I can't really go for either the Jets or Giants until they show me they can win, and they just can't do that.
Well, the Jets had just won 2 straight. They showed you they could win.
Yeah, it was fake. No. The special teams showed me that they were something, not the actual offense.
We didn't do last night, but it wouldn't have mattered. None of us were picking the Jets in that game anyway, so it's a wash. All right, that does it for the Perfect Parlay Pick segment, Week 11. We'll take a break, come back, get more of your calls in here, 888-808-109. It is fun to think that all 4 of us, Hoff doesn't have to with his big lead. You and I kind of have to now start taking some shots here.
Yep.
Only, 7 weeks left to go in the season, or 8 weeks left, I guess, if you count this.
So if you want to look at it in terms of an NFL game, it's probably early-ish. It's probably mid-third quarter. Yeah. And I'm down a couple of touchdowns. I got to start going for it here.
You're down big. Well, and at the very least, you'd like to get, even if you don't get the points, maybe a little 3-1.
A little 5.
Wow.
Well, I think this is where Hoff's aggression / sloppiness might come back to hurt him here. I think you should take a much more conservative route. Let that clock tick out. I mean, I don't know why you keep going for these big ones,
I won week 7 by being sloppy?
You're Dan Quinn in the Super Bowl, 28-3 lead. You're still putting the foot to the back. You don't have to
Run
do
the
it.
ball.
You don't
want
have
to see
to
the
do
Giants prevent defense now from
Run it.
Hand it off. Right. I'd rather see that conservative defense when you got the big lead. And by the way, 2-teamers not bad. You keep cashing the 2-teamers.
Yeah.
Like if he hit one of those, I'd feel like I'm beaten. Right now, I don't. Not yet.
Because we know he goes for the gusto. There you go.
BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019.
We appreciate that, Huff, leaving the door open. Hey, Total Orthopedics, Long Island's premier orthopedic practice, whether it's a sports-related injury or maybe a little more complex than that, Total Ortho has you covered. Spots throughout Long Island, Queens, and now West Orange, New Jersey as well. Don't struggle with pain, no need to, or injuries. Get fast expert care from the leading orthopedic doctors, including the #1 spine doctor on Long Island. Get rid of the pain. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com. Set up an appointment today. That's Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experts at getting you back to being you.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? Drake May entered last night's game against the Jets as MVP favorite. The Patriots quarterback did nothing to hurt his odds, barely missing a pass in an easy 27-14 win over New York. No one saw this coming, but May is here. If you look closer, the schedule has been easy, but at the end of the season, his resume is going to be worth big-time awards. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Sullivan Papain is one of New York's best personal injury law firms, according to U.S. News & World's report. As general counsel to the New York City Firefighters Union, Sullivan Papain is New York's team fighting for New Yorkers and our city's bravest. Grab your Johnny's Rally towel and get fired up with Sullivan Papain at every St. John's home game this season at the Garden. Remember the name Sullivan Papain, a winning team on the court and in the courtroom. Find Sullivan Papain online at triallaw1.com. That's triallaw1.com.
We're counting down to Black Friday savings. It's the countdown to Black Friday at Nielsen Dodge. Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. Your countdown to the hottest deals is on now.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4, just $199 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Altitude X 4x4, just $224 a month.
We all know it's the biggest sale of the year, and Nielsen's going bigger than ever. You can count on 0 down payment, plus up to $1,500 overbook value for your trade, and the credit help you need.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, online at NielsenDodge.com. A proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
The countdown is on. Don't miss out. At Nielsen, Friday's in the driver's seat.
Black Friday sales event. With approval term 24 months to its signed Cherokee 5794, Cherokee L 5819, add tax tag 498 dock and DMV fees.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. FanDuel is dropping limited time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour every Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Visit FanDuel.com/Boomer to grab your reward before the clock expires. That's FanDuel.com/Boomer. Now, we all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid fast. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 and over and physically present in New York, opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Good Morning Football Overtime. All about the NFL because it's made by the NFL. Breaking down the headline stories with exclusive insider access from players to the coaches, plus some of the biggest names in entertainment. Stop by. Catch Good Morning Football Overtime. Weekdays at 12 noon on My 9.
My man, Dr. Jay Shah, specializing in minimally invasive and non-surgical treatments for neck, back, and sciatica, migraines, and so much more, offers pain relieving solutions. There are thousands of 5-star reviews who trust Samwell Pain for all their aches and pains. Visit SamwellPain.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's time for Black Friday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. Enjoy huge savings on select PCs like the Dell 16 Plus, featuring Intel Core Ultra processors. And with built-in advanced features, it's the PC that helps you do more, faster. Plus, earn Dell rewards and enjoy many other benefits, like free shipping, price match guarantee, and expert support. They also have huge deals on accessories that pair perfectly with your Dell PC and make perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
4 distinct all-electric Cadillacs. Some drive them for performance. Others drive them for the range. And some drive them because it's the only way to make an entrance. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. Whatever your reason, there's never been a better time to say, let's take the Cadillac. The all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles. Escalade IQ, Vistic, Optic, and Lyric. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today.
Call of the day with Brendan Tierney and Sal Licata on The Fan.
Ray calling from Babylon. What's up, Ray?
Ray.
Maron Namia. Did Vegas get this one right? 12.5 points. In any event.
Yeah, really. They get them all right.
Yeah, right. The dummy mistakes by the Jets really cost us the game. Mitchell dropping 3 passes. Can the defense get a freaking interception for once?
No.
I mean, that ball, I think it was in the second quarter, was right in the secondary's hands, and we drop it. It's not enough that you blocked the play or blocked the pass or disrupted the play from Drake May. You got to intercept that ball when you have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So the personal fouls, where's the discipline? You had that one personal foul where they threw the Patriot guy on the field and it took away his sack. You had that stupid intentional grounding by Field.
Oh, that was horrible.
This is the dummy play of the game. The dumb play of the game was when Brownlee didn't touch that Patriot guy that caught the ball and let the guy get another 5 yards. Yeah, like the Jets can afford another 5 yards. My God, I can't take the suck anymore.
That bothered me with Brownlee.
That was a tremendous call. Even listening back to it, man, that's a hell of a call right there. BT and Sal, the Fan. In case you missed anything, check it out on the free Odyssey app. Let's get some calls in here, BT. We'll do the player to watch coming up this weekend as well before we say goodbye. Mary is calling from Long Island. What's up, Mary?
Hey, I want to start a new segment on the show.
Yeah.
And it is called Words of Wisdom by Sal. What you said this morning blew me away about opportunity. Do you remember what you said?
That it's the greatest gift?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And you were so sincere. And I could see your face in my mind as you said it and how important it is for people to know that. I mean, that really blew me away, Sal, so thank you.
He's a special soul, Mary.
Well, thank you for that, Mary. You know what? I appreciate picking up on that. I'm just making a note of this. Words of wisdom with Sal Licata. Just
Hang
for
me!
future. Yeah.
Kill me!
Yeah, okay. Enough with the drops there, Rami. Rami, drop happy here. We don't do drops on this show.
We're the only show who doesn't. I kind of like them once in a while. They're funny.
So do you know... Well, I think I might have told you this before. Or maybe I was telling somebody else this. If they were asking me, somebody might have texted me, hey, what's the number one thing you learned from Francesa? And there were a million things, but the first thing that comes to mind was exactly that. He was the one to tell me, because I think as a young kid, especially in the business, you're growing up and trying to get, more money. Everybody's chasing more money or give me a better show, whatever. Yep. He said, don't worry about that stuff. Opportunity. Opportunity is the greatest gift that you can get. He gave me that. I don't even know if he knows that, but years ago, whether it be, I know he knows it on his show, but when I was behind the scenes, he used to make him laugh in the newsroom, and then he told Chernoff to give me an opportunity to do a show on the overnights. That's how I got started on the air. Then when I worked on his show, he gave me the opportunity to do picks with him when Dog left. I was the one doing over-unders with Mike and Chris. I was doing the football picks with Mike. Opportunity. And he taught me that. And ever since then, I was like, you know what? You're exactly right. You give me the opportunity, I'll turn it into money or something else. So that's where that comes from.
You should get some business cards made up. And you just bump into people in the elevator, hand it out. You attribute it to Mike, and people have an instant connection to you if they don't know you.
I'm glad Mary picked up on that, though.
Well, she loves you. Huh? She's a Sal fan right there. She's all into Sal.
Opportunity, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree with the premise. I'm messing around.
Yeah.
I totally do. And by the way, I'll add this to it. You've got to be willing to roll the dice to tackle the opportunity. Like, think about how many people. Now, I know it's a little different now because you don't have to move around. Like, first of all, you've got to be granted the opportunity. Like, hey, I've got this possibility for you. But then you got to be willing to say, I believe in myself enough that I'm doing it no matter what other people think, whether it's, taking early jobs, again, I know the business has changed, but like getting in your car and moving around and driving around the country and going in small markets and just creeping your way up a little bit or being on in the middle of the night, whatever it might be.
Now, in the way the business is now, you don't even need somebody to give you an opportunity.
You don't.
Now you take the opportunity in your own hands.
You just kind of create something. Anybody can be heard. And listen, I don't begrudge the younger generation at all for having that more direct like accessibility to program directors and to content creators and all that stuff. But I do think that it is a bit, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it's a bit of a shortcut, or at least it's a bit of a circumvention, I think, to a very important part of a broadcaster's development where you just, I would not change my path for anything.
But the point is not just broadcasting.
Even if I made it quicker.
I'm talking about the point is life in general.
Oh, I understand that. It's a deep
we
point.
happen to be in broadcasting, but everybody else is not. People listening.
I agree.
Opportunity is opportunity.
I think it's
regardless
great.
of where you get it.
No question.
All right, let's get some sports talk calls in here. James is in Massapequa. What's up, James?
Jimmy.
BT and Sal, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, player?
How are you, James?
Nothing. First off, there's another gift. It's something called the gift of desperation, and that's what this morbid franchise. We are so desperate, it's disgusting. Right?
Which one?
Absolutely, the Jets.
Oh, okay.
The Jets,
Just checking.
Absolute disaster. Let me just hit on something quick with the Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold thing. It's a little different, I think. Daniel Jones is different because Sam's 3-4 teams removed from the Jets. It's a lot. Daniel Jones a lot more fresh. Sam went to Carolina and San Francisco, and Minnesota.
That's
a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Little different than that. But there was a caller that called in talking about the tank. I can't stand it. All right, I'm 36 years old. Advancing from 6. We can't tank.
They're not going to, James. That doesn't mean they're going to win.
But there's so much negativity that's festered in this franchise.
I agree.
For a fan to come out and say, let's keep losing and losing, when history shows you don't necessarily need the first overall pick to get the best quarterback in the draft. So, Justin is an absolute disaster. He cannot walk and chew gum right now.
Can't throw.
He's a mess. He's an absolute mess. But dude, they're doing it the right way.
Yep.
They're building a solid foundation. And that's how you build something that's sustainable.
And it's not. And by the way, James, thanks for the call. Thank you, buddy. It's not like the flashy shortcut. Hey, let's get a wide receiver. That's going to excite our fan base. They're building it in the trenches. They're making tough financial decisions to reset the money. Listen, one of the things I said at the start of the show, and I want to get more calls, so I'm not going to dive deeply into it again now. Just go to the free Odyssey app and check it out. But this is the first time, even though we've thought that there have been some other Jet rebuilds, this is the first time it's really a full, authentic rebuild, because whether it was Le'Veon Bell or C.J. Mosley or Rodgers or Devontae Adams, it was never all in on a rebuild. It finally is, and I've got the patience for it.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Player to Watch is sponsored by ELEC 825, Building Our Future, Collars & Co., the original dress collar polo. Who do you got this week?
I think I got a really good one here. So the Bucs are kind of going in a little bit of a different direction. They have the same record as the Buffalo Bills. Now the Bills coming off an ugly loss as well. Both teams 6-3. Both teams should be in the playoffs here. Tampa, though, has lost 2 out of 3, and this game's up in Buffalo. I don't know if it's going to snow. Either way, I'm pretty sure Josh Allen's going to ball out. I've got great respect for Baker, but I've got less confidence that Baker has a vintage game compared to his counterpart, Josh, who I just think is a little bit better. So, player to watch for me, Baker may like, if they lose, now it's suddenly 3 out of 4. He's got to play well. Baker's my guy.
And there are 2 guys that I want to watch this weekend closely. I'll give you one here. They're both in the NFC West. I'm going to go with Sam Darnold. I was thinking about going with Brock Purdy coming back, because if he comes back and takes the Niners to another level here, they're right there with both the Seahawks and the Rams in the NFC West. But Sam Darnold going to have a bigger spotlight on, because it's Separation Sunday. 2 teams tied atop the NFC West with the Seahawks and the Rams, 2 of the best teams in the NFC, period. And the one thing that you look at with the Seahawks that you doubt, it's not the defense, it's not the weapons, it's the quarterback. He's been great, but it's always but you worry about Sam Darnold, specifically because you saw it last year where we all had that feeling, he's great, until the postseason, I'm not sure. And then you see him fail in the postseason. This is a big game, and early litmus test for Sam Darnold going up against the Rams, so I'll keep an eye on him. He's my player to watch this weekend. Dante calling from East Brunswick. What's up, Dante?
Hey, what's up, guys? Every year it seems like the last couple of years, at least, there's a quarterback that's like quick to be like anointed the next top 3, top 5. It was like C.J. Stroud last year, Jaden Daniels, which they might turn out to be great. And I kind of think like the love that Drake May's getting is kind of like a little bit premature. Not saying he's not playing great. Obviously, they're 9-2.
Yep.
And Vrabel's doing an outstanding job, and they've had like a really, really soft schedule if you really look at it. But I just think when guy, he's in the MVP talks, and when guys quarterbacks usually win MVP, they have like, astronomical seasons stats wise. Like when Mahomes' his first game, he threw 6 touchdowns and like 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns. You look at Drake Mays, not only this year, but even going back to last year, he's never thrown for 300 in a game. He's never even thrown for 4 touchdowns in the games. He's kind of just like, doing what the team needs. He's not really asked to do too much. So I just think the MVP is a little bit crazy to me. Like I think like Stafford, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Jonathan Taylor. If you took Jonathan Taylor off the Colts,
Yep.
And then your boy Sam Darnold too. Like what he's doing. You look at some of the games, game in, game out, the yards, the touchdowns. Like I just think it's a little. I'm not saying he might not turn out great, but I just think the top 3, top 5 stuff to me is just like a little nuts.
Okay, listen, I think he's going to eventually get there. Again, not top 3 this year, but I'm not even getting too wrapped up in the MVP stuff. I just threw that out as a point of reference where Stafford, who's on pace for like 43 touchdowns, he's the shortest odds right now. And this shifted dramatically, which is why I brought it up on the show. I think I mentioned that yesterday for the first time. And Drake May is now elevated. This was before last night's game, and he threw 3 touchdowns, no picks, and he won. So I would think that he would stay there or maybe even cut in a little bit to Stafford. He's not going to win the award, I don't think. It's not even about that. It's about watching him look so comfortable when you got bodies flying around him. I mean, this guy's sidestepping like a Jedi, creating an extra 1/10 of a second, perfect spiral, perfect loft, perfect zip when he's got to. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be absolutely right, and I'm not alone. I mean, most people think this. But right now, he looks like he is going to be great.
Yeah, we get it. I mean, you see all the tools here, and a second year under a different coach, different system, he's gotten significantly better. Whereas you look at some other younger quarterbacks, and there's still question marks. I think you've seen enough to know that he's got it. Mario's calling from Long Beach. What's up, Mario?
Hey, how you doing? Great show. Real quick, it's very interesting. So, who would you take, Jaden Daniels or Drake May? Now, let's remember, Jaden Daniels took a team that was 4-13, and they went 12-5.